Bryan,
4,
y'all. Oh,
3,
wait a
2,
minute. I hope we
1.
weren't live when Bryan just spit that profanity.
No,
Guys,
It's okay, Kenny. It's okay. It's
what's
okay.
going on, guys? We are in
We'll
the
be-
building. Off
hopefully.
the top is in the building.
We're
I
not-
got my boys in here with me tonight. And let's go ahead and get introductions off real quick. And we're going to start with our guests. We got JCSJ in the building.
Yes,
Let 'em know what's
sir,
up,
man.
Jay.
What's good,
Fine, my
y'all,
boy.
man? I appreciate y'all for having me, man. It's truly an honor.
For sure. Let them know where they can find you. What's going on over there in JCS
Man,
world?
I ain't really got too many social medias, but I am on YouTube. I do wrestling games content, JCSJ. And you can catch me on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. JRed0814.
All right,
That's
all right.
about it.
Shout out to our guest Jay in the building. Can't wait to get your thoughts on a lot of these different topics we're going to talk about tonight. But now we're going to move on to your boy, Just Bryan, in the building.
What's good, y'all? Y'all can find me at Just Bryan NY, bro. Just type it in just like that. You'll keep seeing my content. If you haven't been checking it out already, make sure y'all stay tuned because 24 videos is coming out every day.
2K24 videos every day, and from what I understand, you got a giveaway going.
Oh yeah, I do, man. If y'all stay sub to the channel, bro, and y'all go and follow the directions on the video. I keep posting in every video I drop. Just gotta follow those directions. Follow the new Twitter page, Just Bryan NY, and you guys will be able to be eligible for a free copy of the game.
That's Just Bryan NY on YouTube. Make sure y'all check him out. But Bryan's not only in the building with us. We also got Kero Valentine.
Man, I also drop not 24 videos a day like Bryan does. That's insane. I drop only one video while I try to do two. I talk about WWE 2K24 and anything and everything WWE 2K24. In fact, my latest video is about an interview with Bryan Williams and Lionel Jinx, and it's very informative. Like a lot of small details that we didn't hear anywhere else. So unique stuff. If you didn't check it out, go check it out after this podcast because man, we got a lot to talk about. So my mouth is zipped.
Sure. I definitely checked out your video today, Kero. Some of the best production in the business. So make sure y'all go check him out at Kero Valentine. Next up, we got Loaded in the building.
So you guys follow me on YouTube. Loaded as a Beast. I might do some WWE 2K24 online content soon when that game is out. So AEW Fight Forever Season 3. We're gonna, as soon as that comes out, let's see how that goes. Maybe I'll buy it. If there's no new match types, I ain't buying it. So, but I also do.
Game got new match types.
Oh, we don't get to that.
Well, let's see how the gameplay is first. Let's not get a hopes up. Let's see how the gameplay is. But I also do YouTube shorts on. I talk about sports, extreme sports. So check that out. And follow me on all
I understand.
Go
Go ahead.
So yeah, Loaded as a Beast on all socials. The same. Go ahead.
All right. And Dragon Ball Z is supposed to be getting an announcement, right? I think you're going to be covering that. Is that correct?
Maybe on yeah, they're gonna cover that on the 28th is the event. That's
yeah,
when they're gonna talk about it. Yeah,
we getting a trailer, so make sure y'all keep an eye on Loaded as a Beast so you can get that information here as well. Yeah. Now, I don't know what's going on with the shirt, y'all. I tried to get it edited out, so I apologize. Y'all have to go through this, but we got Mr.Dubbs in the building.
What's up, y'all? You can find me at Mr._Dubbs on YouTube or Mr.Dubbs86 on Twitter. I've been covering lately on my channel a little bit of Pal World, a little bit of WWE 2K24, a little bit of Ultra Pro Wrestling, and as well as just this week in wrestling, what's going on in the news. Obviously, we got big news that we're going to talk about on the pod, but you can always check me out for all that kind of stuff and more. Dubious ones, it's good to see you here.
All right, and last but most certainly not least, we got this beautiful man who likes to hide his face, but one day we're going to get him on camera so we can get more sex appeal on the pod. UTV was cracking.
You mother... Nah, I'm joking. Anyways, you can follow UnsanctionedTV at UnsanctionedTV on Twitter. Subscribe also on YouTube, UnsanctionedTV, covering all things MMA. Oh, don't even let me get started on that. UFC 297. It almost cured my insomnia. Not gonna lie. And also rolling out this WWE 2K24 content.
All right, sounds good. UTV, do you think it was a robbery at the end, or do you think Driscus Duplessis actually won that fight?
I'm not gonna lie. My pick was indeed Dricus Duplessis, but I'm not gonna lie. Sean Strickland got robbed.
I don't think it was a robbery. I think it could have gone either way, but either way, it was a good fight. So, Yeah, shout out to the UFC and shout out to the stars of this stream. The chat. We got Big Master in the building. We got John Keegan in the building. It's Taco Kid, Miss Number One, and of course, Kero Valentine. Ooh, Johnny, it's my turn today. I'm looking good today. Appreciate it, my boy. I got my turn today. Shout out to you, Johnny. All right, y'all. We got a lot to talk about this week because there is a lot going on in the world of wrestling. I say we start off with the wrestling games, because this is the WGC podcast where it's a lot of wrestling game content creators who come together and talk about wrestling game and wrestling. If you are a wrestling game content creator and you check this out, hit us up. Maybe we'd like to have you on as a guest, just like JCSJ. Now, we got the 2K24 announcement officially this week, and everybody has been going crazy because it looks like they're finally picking things up. Let's get everybody's thoughts on what they told us about the game so far, and are you hyped for it or not? Let's go ahead and start with Bryan.
Oh boy, I could go on and on about this game, bro. I'm super excited about WWE 2K24. I think that this is a huge step in the right direction, depending on how they execute this game. But so far, the news, the trailer, the hype, and I think something that was very bad over the years was their marketing team. And boy, I cannot say that they have stepped it up immensely this year. Everything has been marketed correctly. Everything that they've teased, they came in with the right information after that tease. It just makes a lot of sense this year. And one thing I am excited about is that they upped that release date this year. We're looking at a March 5th release date if you do get the deluxe edition. So we're like 40 days away from actually getting our hands on a game. And February is a short month as it is. So I'm super excited for that.
40 days? I think you overshot.
I definitely overshot. I'm estimating. I'm just saying, though, like we're like a month
but it's coming soon. It's coming soon.
That's the new.
I'm not the best math magician, but my brain was going crazy just now. But let's go ahead with Kero. What did you think about everything we got from 2K?
I don't know what happened. Just like Bryan said, I think the marketing team got completely renewed, or like something fell on their head, and their personalities completely changed. Their IQ went up because they're doing everything the way it's supposed to be done. They're doing it right now. They're really hiding their weaknesses completely and playing to their strengths. It's really good. I mean, look at the hype around the game, and for good reason too. We got a whole bunch of match types coming back. I mean, if you look at it deep down, there are some things that bother me, like the fact that the special edition being like $5 million to get, and you don't really get anything for it. It's just digital. You know, back in the day, you used to get physical stuff too, like cool, very cool stuff. But that's all another discussion. I think the game itself. I'll end on this note. I'm more excited for this than I was for maybe WWE 2K22. Easily more than WWE 2K23. So we got a big one coming, man.
Oh, but yeah, you're right. I think that is a good thing to point out because they got the special edition with the nice box art, and you can't actually get a physical version of it. Ugh, kind of rough.
Okay.
Normally they'll do a collector's edition or something where you can get it, but I guess it's just not in the cards for them. Let's go ahead and move on to Clint. What did you think about everything we got? Are you excited for 2K24?
Absolutely. I can't wait to see what the creation suite looks like. With all this new facial technology, I'm wondering if we'll be able to use that in the creation suite. They did say if you look through all the list of all the new stuff, it says new creation parts and new creation options, like create a referee. I don't know if you can check that out. I mean, It's basically like create a wrestler or create a manager, but the fact they have a slot for it makes me really excited because you can just make a referee. It's awesome. I wonder if that'll take up your character slots for wrestlers, or if the referees will have a separate like allocation, like a separate amount. Like we don't know the limit yet. Could be 100, could be 150, whatever. And I also wanted to say, you forgot to have me do my introduction.
I'm just about to throw that back. Yeah, sorry about that. We got Clint, Stryzer 2 wrestling in the building. Clint, I'm sorry. Tell them what's going on. I'm looking at two different screens here. I don't know how I missed you.
It's all good. You guys know where to find me. Stryzer 2 Wrestling. I've been covering 2K24 also, like the rest of the guys. Make sure you check out all our content because we all have unique perspectives and we all notice things that the others don't. So make sure you check us all out.
All right, for sure. All right, now let's go ahead and move on to Mr.Dubbs.
Couldn't be more excited. My guys, I do my usual thing now, or if I've skipped a year. So I got 2K22, have not played 2K23. So I'll actually be getting a new game versus just a patch on the old one. So I'm very excited. New match types. So I'm getting War Games as a new match type. That's very cool. And I'm also getting all the other new match types that are coming along. So I'm very, very excited. I do agree with everybody. The marketing team's done an amazing job. and we're just 6 weeks away from the game being released. Like, that's nuts. Like, it's coming out sooner. I thought we were getting the game a few days later than we were last year because Mania is a few days later this year. So I just thought it was going to be that same 2.5 weeks early. So the fact that we're 6 weeks away, I'm stoked. We're getting so much content for the channels. And I mean, this game's going to be great. I'm eager to see if they do improve upon universe mode, because for my single player experience, that is where I thrive. And that's what I enjoy the most. I hoping the online servers are better as well. But I really hope they put some focus into universe mode this year and really kind of made some changes, added cutscenes or whatever else I've already mentioned on my channel, the things I want to see. So, but yeah, I'm very excited for it this year.
All right. And let's go ahead and move on to UTV. Did you like what you saw from 2K24?
Oh, definitely. Love what I saw. Love what I'm hearing. I am definitely excited about the return of the beloved match types. Definitely love those. And like Loaded was saying, although I love what I'm hearing, although I love what I'm seeing, I gotta see that gameplay, man. I gotta see that gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely right. That's going to be the most important thing, because that was my biggest issue with the game last year. But again, we'll get deeper into it right after we get our thoughts from Loaded.
Shout out to Clint, because he pointed out that there was gauntlets in one of the pictures, which I didn't even notice. So yeah, I'm blind. So pretty much saying that, yeah, we could probably get a gauntlet match, and yeah, we're getting it. We're getting gauntlet, special referee.
Yeah, they confirmed the
casket.
gauntlet.
Yeah, casket, ambulance. I never played an ambulance match. I know it was in the old games. I didn't know. I guess I skipped that year. But yeah, I'm excited about it, but I gotta wait to see how the gameplay is. Gotta wait to see how it feels. So
For sure, because
yeah.
everything sounds good, but
This,
that gameplay is going to be the most important.
There's some gameplay updates like trading blows. So there's more paybacks. There's super finishers. I want to see how that's like. So yeah, and hopefully you could. I don't know if you can do this year. You could cash in your Money in the Bank in exhibition, whenever you want. But I don't think they added that option. So
Universe mode, they whenever you want.
an
Okay,
exhibition. I know it's in universe. Mode,
Exhibition, yeah.
People were excited about double title matches. I'm like, you could do that in exhibition. Oh, but not in universe. I'm like, well, I didn't know. I don't play it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
hopefully it's a good game. So yeah, they're stepping it up, and I think there's a reason why they're stepping it up.
Right.
Because of AEW, they want to embarrass AEW.
Yep. Hey,
They've done
you
it
know what?
already.
I'm for it.
That's
If
not
that's
hard
what
to
it
do at
takes for
this
us to
point.
get good games, let's get the competition going. All right, Jay.
Makes them better.
Jay, were you a fan of 2K23? And what do you think about what we got with 2K24 so far?
2K23 was pretty decent. I think it was a decent foundation. But with 2K24, man, first of all, I want to go ahead and give 2K their flowers for the marketing as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this is probably one of the best years they had in terms of marketing and just getting me somewhat excited. I'm kind of hard to please because I'm more of a gameplay side of things. It's like, it don't matter what you show me, man. It's like, I want to see some gameplay.
Yeah.
But I am, kind of excited to see like, the new match types and stuff like that. And also like in terms of like the new gameplay things that they did implement, like the dives off the top rope, trying to take out multiple people. And I just want to see how that's going to mesh with the current system that they have. Because it's some things that I'm not too fond of. I'm with y'all when it comes to the combos and the goofy dodging and all that stuff. I mean, I just want to see where they're going with it.
Yep. That's going to be the most important thing for me as well. Like the combos and the dodges, I don't think they're going to get rid of it, unfortunately. But they did make some gameplay improvements that they mentioned that I am actually excited about. I think the thing I'm most excited about, which is probably not a big thing for everybody, but I'm excited to move the camera. I really want to see the camera face the stage instead of like just having a hard cam.
Here comes the pain cam. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that here
They
comes the
say
pain
it's
cam, that
dynamic.
AEW Fight Forever cam. I can't wait to see how that
No
looks.
mercy, the No Mercy
So
cam.
is that going to be like in the Royal Rumble too? Will you be able to do that? Like,
There's a
Yeah, they
Rumble
confirmed
feature.
that specifically.
Yep. I think they actually
Because,
pointed
man,
that out. Like it's going to be good for the Royal Rumble, and so you can actually see the stage for the arena you pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That alone makes it feel like a whole new game.
I wonder
I
why they
think it
added
would be
this shit,
perfect.
huh?
Like if they had like an entrance still like feature,
Yeah.
that would be so dope. Considering that we now got the the cam to the ramp,
Yeah.
like just to see somebody like just take somebody out and take their entrance.
Yeah.
Honestly, anything new for the
That'd be
Royal Rumble
dope.
mode, I would love it because it's been like the same for a couple of years. But what I'm wondering about the camera thing, they said it was dynamic. So like, how dynamic do you mean? Like, can you change it during gameplay? Do you have to go to a menu?
That's what it
Because like,
seemed
if
like.
you can't control it while watching matches or playing matches, that'd be so cool.
And how is it going to be for online? You know, is it going to be? Is there one that's locked, or is it what you pick? Because it does change up gameplay. If like, you know, if you're looking at the ramp, but
really
the other
think so.
player's not, it would. I think it would be strange.
I don't think so at all.
think-
Because if you look at games like Street Fighter 6, like both of you could pick different stages and it's the same game. Like you can choose to stand
But
on one
but
side.
it's just a
the other
chill
guy
environment,
can
right?
stand
I
on the
was
other
just
side.
about to say that they're probably
And
gonna
they
do
just
it like
flip the
2K,
camera.
I mean, it's the
twist it
same-
to whatever
it's-
camera you want. NBA 2K.
Yeah, it's the same environment. You just looking from what you prefer. This gameplay is still the same.
Cool. Looking forward to it. Let's see what happens.
All right, and Matt's in the chat. A symbol says it is a toggle. That's what Brian said, so you could turn it on and off. So
Oh,
I don't think it's like it is on
I'm
TV.
not gonna
You
say
know,
yes
you
to
get the Kevin Dunn camera angles where it zooms in
He's
and
gone.
zooms out.
I would love that.
25
would
different
love that.
angles in 0.5 seconds.
Yeah,
It's a farewell to Kevin Dunn in 2K24.
right. So that's what I'm most excited about based on what we heard. I want to get y'all's thoughts as well. Brian, based on what we know, what are you most excited about? The one thing if you had to pick.
If I had to pick the one thing I'm most excited about, I'd probably, oh boy, I'd probably say the match types. I think the match types excite me the most. I think there's a lot of stuff that they talked about that made me equally as excited, but I think the match types is just some fresh air, honestly. Like, it's just a breath of fresh air, like just knowing like we're gonna get like 3 or 4 different match types, like casket match, and not even casket match, like ambulance match. Like they went all out for that one. I was not expecting an ambulance match. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Oh, yeah, me
with y'all.
neither.
So like
Yeah,
when I saw that, I was like, whoa, you know, like that surprised me. And I think the special guest referee match being back in them, and I saw the interview. Brian Williams was more talking about like you're going to be able to do everything. Like there's not going to be no limitations. There's going to be the rope breaks, everything. The countouts is going to be good. So I'm definitely happy about the special guest referee match. So and everything, just the match types in general, I think is going to be a great thing.
Yeah, one thing Kero pointed out, he said previously, like the wrestlers didn't come out in the ref shirts, but they said this time, no matter who you use, they're going to come out in the ref shirts to actually look like the referee. So looks like they're going all the way with it. So that is a good thing.
So, has there been confirmation for special guest referee as to whether it's going to be able to be in like just about every match type, like in a Hell in a Cell, a 4-way, a 6-way, or is it going to be
Not
strictly
yet.
a one-on-one match?
Yeah, they
No
haven't
word on
broken
that
it down
yet.
and gave us that detail yet.
Okay, I
probably
was
I was
one-on-one
wondering,
only.
I was kind of wondering about too.
We just know it's gonna be on Universe, like not just an exhibition.
It will be
but that's
supported
it.
That's
by
good.
Universe, yeah.
But will it be
That's-
online? We don't know that yet. Still,
Probably. I would assume.
Yeah,
so.
So
I
Mr.
mean,
Valentine, if you had to pick one match, which one? Oh, not one match. One thing
Oh,
that we
Michael
learned
versus
about in
Yami. Oh, okay.
2K24.
sorry.
What do you think? What was the most exciting to you?
Let's see here. I was gonna say the camera angles for sure. I don't know why, but like that just excites me. But I think I'm gonna go with the back and forth future because one of the things that I wanted back in the game was the chain wrestling. A lot of people hate it for right reasons. I mean, it was extremely like out of nowhere when it happened. It was very slow. It happened too much, as a matter of fact. But you know, I want that to be back, and this is kind of goes in hand with that. So I'm excited for the back and forth mini game. How cool is it gonna be? How invasive is it gonna be? I don't know, but if they can pull it off, I love just simulating matches and watching, like basically watching an entire pay-per-view or doing universe mode of an entire year and just watching the whole thing. So for me, it's a big deal. If they can pull this off, like it'll be really good.
Yeah. And it's gonna be it's kind of like true to what you get on TV, the whole John Cena boo, yay. Yeah. So I think that is a cool addition as well.
One last thing I'll
let's-
say. Fire Pro Wrestling World has this as well, and I like it there. I like it there whenever it happens. It's like the results are very varied as well. You can't really tell what's going to happen. Some guy, you're going to say like, oh, he's going to lose this battle, but he wins. Or, you know, it's cool. So I hope they pull it off right.
Yeah, I think they'll get it. Doesn't seem like something too difficult. So, I mean, we'll see. Mr. Dubbs, one thing you thought was very exciting that really got your
It's
Little
it's
tickle.
the fact that we're getting more than one new match type. Like they brought in War Games last year. This year we're getting special ref, guest or ambulance match, casket match. Will we get buried alive as well as the casket match? I know they're very, very similar. So we're not getting. Is it confirmed we're not getting Buried Alive?
No, we're not.
They
Nothing
gave us
confirmed?
match types. I'm sure they just didn't hold that out unless it's like a showcase surprise or something. But I don't think
That's
so.
in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But either way, just having these additions, because I understand they might not be making huge strides on the side of Universe, but having those extra match types will add some diversity to it. My biggest hope is just always, I want more cutscenes, so it feels more like I'm playing a story mode, like I'm playing some form of career mode. That's what I've always wanted from Universe, and when I thought it was at its best. So for me, what I'm most excited about is definitely Universe mode with all these additions brought in, because these games, the best part about them is the creation aspect. They have by far the best creation suite. You can download an entire New Japan roster, AEW roster, classic WWF roster, whatever you want, and you can play in a universe in the 80s, in the 2000s, whatever you want. You make it however you want. And I've always found that open sandbox feel was like such a cool thing. So having just new additions, anything they can add to Universe mode to me is a great thing. So I'm very excited after 2 years away, or since 2K22, having that year gap. I'm very excited for it this year.
All right. UTV, your most exciting feature that we learned about.
Hey, same thing. Like all of y'all said, the match types. Feels so good to get these match types back. But you know, as an online player, the servers have to be good because they added war games in 2K23 and you were not able to play this new match type online. So although I'm happy, the servers got to be good to go along with the returning match types. But definitely, I'm excited.
All right. And Loaded is a beast.
So the one I'm looking forward to is actually the Gauntlet match. I think that could be a lot of fun to play with friends online to see how long you could last in that match. So yeah, I just hope that it does well online. I just hope the lobby doesn't crash, a minute into the match, which I could see happen. I think the servers are going to be the same. So, but I think the Gauntlet matches could be a lot of fun, especially to play with you guys.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's going to be a big benefit for a lot of these matches.
Not me.
We need cross-play so we can all play. We need cross-play.
We need that this year.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
How nobody asked that yet is crazy.
NBA 2K24.
We don't get crossplay. We're gonna have to buy the game like 10 times, and I don't think I'm gonna do it.
Good luck, man.
I don't think I'm gonna do it.
We'll have to wait another year to play together.
That's the problem. Like, am I buying this on Xbox or PC? Because if I want to play online outside of just with you guys, then I'd have to go to Xbox because the PC player base doesn't really exist. But would I rather play it on PC and having the option of mods and stuff? Of course. So I hope they get here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can play on here with you guys, but you don't find a lot of matches online on PC on Steam, at least from in the past.
Yeah.
Well, at least enable crossplay for like at least PS5 players and Xbox Series players.
At the least,
that's the least you can do.
I don't want to play with PC players. We got to keep them out.
Yeah, please.
They'll do a thing where you're fighting and then they'll jump on a spaceship or something and start flying around the arena. Like, what is going on?
They had cheats like that in the old when it was just on console. Xbox had those problems in years
past. 2K14 hacks. Whoo.
Those hacks where you just instantly pinned and there's no kick bar or anything.
People will find a way.
I remember there was something on like the Xbox in one of the wrestling games where they'll come like stand by you and like pick you up, put you down, pick you up, put you down, and you can't move anymore in the match.
Like, no reversing. It's over.
Motion was crazy
with that T-pose freeze. Oh man.
Oh yeah. So it's not just a PC thing. I'm happy if we get Series and PS5 alone or with console, just some form of crossplay so that we have an avenue to play all together. Because I know we don't all have a PS5 or all have an Xbox Series, right? We have one.
Before we get too deep into it, let's go ahead and get the thoughts of our guest, JCS. What do you think about everything we got? What was your favorite feature they announced for WWE 2K24?
Since everybody pretty much already said match types, I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go with the weapon gameplay. Yeah, they added some new things. You can throw weapons now, and I'm just excited to see kind of if they gave us back weapon grapples, stuff like that. If they added any new interactions, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. So I think I'm gonna rock with the weapon gameplay.
You can throw the weapons, you can catch the weapons, you can dodge away. They said they reworked the physics too, so it's exciting. Let's see what they come up with.
Well,
you egg your opponents in the head with a bottle of water and stuff.
It's always satisfying, man.
Throw a soda can at somebody's head.
Will it be like WrestleMania 19 where you throw a weapon and you can counter and catch it at a midair?
Yeah, yeah.
That was
I think
so
the effects have to be good on it though. If I peg somebody with a water bottle, I want to see their
Oh.
head jerk back and forth
do
or
you
something
mean?
like that.
Okay.
It can't just be like a poof, and then it's like no effect on it. You just hit them with the weapon. But do y'all think AEW Fight Forever had anything to do with this? The way they reworked the weapons and added these match types? Do y'all think they looked at that game at all? Because one thing that AEW did really well was the weapons. There were so many of them and so many ways you can interact with them. Do y'all think they had an effect on 2K24 at all?
Most likely.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
100%.
I agree 100%.
Even though,
definitely.
season 1 and 2 were a complete failure, yes.
But
And you could
what I'm
you could
Yeah,
you
that
could
game
get
was-
weapons in
I
there.
hate to tell you, bro, but that game was DOA. It wasn't season 1 and 2.
Dead
It
on
was DOA.
arrival, yeah.
I wish you
People
could just
knew.
take that engine, just take the Fight Forever engine and port it over with all the match types and creations aspects of 2K24, and I'm happy because the gameplay is far superior in Fight Forever than it is to 2K's.
The thing I would have been most
meter and
excited
stuff.
about is if they came out and said, and guys, we are using AEW Fight Forever's engine for their gameplay. Boom, that's
Aw,
it. 2K24,
boom.
best
Take my
wrestling
money.
game of all time.
I'll
Yeah,
buy it on every
nice
console, even consoles I don't own. It's fine.
But-
Just take my money.
Now you see what 2K is capable of. They added 4 new match types. They usually do 1.
Yeah.
But
Right, this game-
before AEW was around, now that
Let's
they're
not say
around,
new
they have
though.
4 new match
Returning.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they kept saying
They
new.
brought
I'm like,
back
come on,
four match types because of Fight Forever to embarrass them. Absolutely.
Just for Fight Forever though, wouldn't maybe their contract is running out? Maybe EA is saying hello to
Yeah,
WWE
that's
and
another good
TKO.
point.
Yep. This does
That's
feel
another
more
good
like
point,
a fan
Kero.
service game.
It
More
does.
so this year than any of them. It
For sure.
truly feels like they listened and like tried to get in as much as possible that like people were kind of asking for. Because even if you go back to the My Faction stuff as well, I don't know if that's I don't want to touch on that too much, but yeah.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I mean, what they were hinting that we may get, be able to use the My Faction models and things like that, like in other modes. Like, that's something that a lot of people, and then, shout out to Assemble again, the double title thing. They got that in there. So
Yep.
it seems like, they was like, this was a year that they was like, we're gonna, try to do some fan service.
Yeah. And that's a good point Matt put in the chat as well, because that's something we were talking about yesterday. Bryan Williams was actually working on AEW Fight Forever, and he left midway through to go back to 2K. So a lot of these things that we are seeing here that we did like in AEW Fight Forever, he probably put him in that game and brought him back over to 2K24. So he might be the mastermind behind all of this. So it's going to be a real good piece for them. And it looks like it was just a bad thing for him to leave Fight Forever, because I don't know if they have the right direction right now.
I think I have hold on. I have a picture of Bryan Williams right here.
What is it, a goat?
It's a spy. It's a spy from TF2.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Can everybody see it except?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the wrong screen. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I do see here.
That was funny.
Matt said, "Dude, if Fight Forever doesn't add match types in March or April, that thing is so done. Honestly, there's no
Yeah.
coming back now.
You know what?
had-
Yep.
I could come
Yeah, I
back.
think it's
Yeah.
too late.
Really?
They had
You guys
six-
just-
they had
you
six-
guys are
they
so
had
funny.
60 they had 6 to 7 months to get it together, and yeah, it ain't happening.
I want to
Disrespect.
You know what? That is our next topic. Let's just go ahead and jump into it.
I want to clip this moment for that time in like 2 years when AEW Fight Forever has everything we asked for, and I'll be like, oh, I thought the game was never coming back. Bryan, why are you making content on it now? Because it has the chance. Every game has a chance. Cyberpunk came back. That was the biggest flop in the history of video games,
Yeah,
and it
but
came back.
AEW
I mean,
Forever ain't
I make
Cyberpunk, man.
content on the game whether it's good or trash. I mean, I'm still gonna let you know how I feel about it.
Cyberpunk
Luke
was
Cage,
buggy.
Project
Let's get
Red,
that
man.
straight. Cyberpunk was buggy, but it was a good game underneath.
It was the biggest flop in the history of video
It
games.
had content.
At
No,
launch.
it
Yeah, it was a
wasn't.
flop. It sold very well. It was
At
just
launch.
It
broke.
sold very well. You can't call it a flop.
They sold an unfinished broken game. What is AEW
Sure.
But it
Fight
still
Forever?
sold well.
It's
An
not a
unfinished
flop.
broken game.
Wrong
Yeah.
word.
What is AEW Fight Forever? An unfinished broken game.
But it
It's
never
the same
recovered
thing.
yet, so we can't put it in that same Cyberpunk
I'm
category.
just saying.
And to
There's,
be honest,
there's
from
always
the
a
looks
chance
of it,
to
it
be
doesn't
revived.
look
I
like
think
it's
it's
gonna
too late.
recover.
I honestly
Fair.
think it's too late. With WWE 2K24 coming out and everybody asking for match types for AEW Fight Forever just continuously, we want match types, we want match types, we want match types. They're adding
They
one
are.
or two wrestlers in each pack. And now 2K is coming out and they're adding those match types that people want, along with a lot of different modes, different upgrades, different features. I don't know if AEW does come back with new match types, or people still going to go back to that, because, I
It's
think they
tough.
had their chance and they blew it.
Yeah.
I think
It
the
all
thing
depends
too
on the
is-
gameplay. If 2K24's gameplay is terrible, then people will go back.
Yeah, this
Is it going to be terrible? I think people know what to expect from
I'm
the
just
2K
saying.
gameplay at this point.
I mean,
I think
this
it's
is
always a
storm.
trend.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
personally,
will
though,
never give up hope.
personally, with the WWE games, though, what separates the game, yeah, match types and everything separates it, obviously, this year, but it's mostly how deep the game is. And obviously, I don't think we were all expecting all those modes to come in an AEW Fight Forever, but I think the fact that I have all these extra match types and I can go on community creations and get a Kenny Omega that looks just like Kenny Omega is the difference maker between those games, because now I can make the same AEW roster and more in WWE and WWE 2K, because you look at guys like Swerve, they're not in AEW Fight Forever. Yeah, he might be in, but he gonna be in when 24 comes around and somebody gonna make a crazy looking Swerve, bro. The creation suite gets better every year, so that's just more what it is like for me. I just don't see it.
But it's real simple. Why does somebody play Street Fighter 6 or Mortal Kombat or Tekken? They're all fighting games, and in Street Fighter they have a creation suite. You can make characters from other games. The reason is gameplay. Some people prefer one gameplay to the other. If 2K's gameplay isn't on point, Fight Forever's gameplay is better. If they come out with a new game or continue to release content over time, like if they got a proper creation suite and a proper community creations and a proper universe mode, and then added slowly match types over the next, say, 2-3 years, then Fight Forever could,
by that point, my boy.
Here's the thing, they haven't worked hard for this game, and they don't work after release. Still not working.
No,
Still not
their
working.
first game, dude.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Look, hold on a second, Mr. Dubbs. Hold your freaking horses, my friend. Look, they have not gave a crap about this game ever since day one. They have insulted us with all the DLC, and here's the thing: they could turn this back, obviously, but they missed the ball right now. Everybody thinks that this game was pretty much a scam because of the lacking features and everything, and now they have to work super duper hard to bring it back. Can they do it? They can. Will they be able to? What is that, Kenny?
It's funny, man.
What is that?
Shout out to Matt in the chat.
I had to turn it on too, bro. If y'all heard the quick 1 second audio, that's just me tuning
I had to
in,
see
bro.
what was going on there.
So they
My
got a
bad.
chance, but it's just like, good luck, man. Good luck bringing it back.
You said they got a chance. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think their
Hold on.
chance was season 2.
That game is
They
15
had
feet under.
whatever they had planned. They needed to scrap it because you know WWE 2K season's coming around. You know they saw what you did whenever you debuted, and they were going to try to top or outdo you completely. So they should have scrapped everything and put it all in season 2. You know what? All hands on deck. Let's get this done. They just didn't do it in time. I think it's too late. And Mr. Dubbs, the Street Fighter argument versus Mortal Kombat versus Tekken, it's a lot different. I don't think that's
gameplay.
it's not.
It
It's
comes
really
down to gameplay.
apples and oranges. But
I'm
wrestling
saying
games
if-
are different than fighting games.
Yeah, but why do some people prefer No Mercy to Here Comes the Pain and vice versa? It's different gameplay. They're both
Different
great games.
gameplay, but it's
I'm
all
not
wrestling
saying-
games. Like if you look at
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, I'm gonna go to Mortal Kombat for the story mode. That other single player aspect they got in gameplay is really third place for me. If I go in Street Fighter, I'm pretty much still playing Street Fighter 4 because it's all the same, really. So I mean, I
They
know
have
what
a
I'm
story
getting.
mode.
from
They
that
have
Street
the best
Fighter.
story mode they've ever had in Street Fighter this year.
Uh,
Street Fighter 6, it's the best story
really?
mode they ever had with their creative
I don't
character.
think so.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I don't think so
loved
either.
it. I loved it. It was a training
I
simulator.
It
and you
was a
got to
training
learn all the
simulator. That's what it
you
was.
got
It
to
wasn't
learn-
really a
yeah, it was
story.
to teach you all the different characters and their movesets and how to
Here's a
play
great
the
point.
game.
Tekken has
It was a
arcade
great
mode,
introduction.
just like that mode you're talking about, and then it has a good story from what it seems. So people are going to be
Yep.
playing Tekken now because it has more content. Like you could have the greatest
See,
gameplay
this
in
is
your
the-
hand,
To me, this
but
is the
it's
same
got
argument.
nothing to do with it.
It's
Content. It comes
yeah,
down to
it's,
content.
It's what you prefer. I'm not saying I'm going to be not playing 2K24. I'm going to be playing Fight Forever. I'm more excited about Ultra Pro Wrestling than I am all of this stuff. But if the gameplay in Ultra Pro Wrestling doesn't hit, I'm not going to play it long term. If it hits, then it's great. All the matches and features in the world mean nothing to me if your gameplay sucks. If you give me a WWF Warzone or Attitude gameplay and you give me a million match types, I'm still never going to play it because it sucks. I'd rather play World Tour that has less features and moves than I would Attitude or Warzone. It comes down to gameplay.
Do you
And
play
if 2K
Fight
doesn't
Forever?
make their,
Do you still play Fight Forever?
do I still play Fight Forever? Hell no.
All right. And you say the
Oh,
gameplay,
my
and you
God.
say the gameplay is good for that game. So you talking about
gameplay is
long
good.
term?
There's no
But I'm an online player, and there's no way for me to play. I can't force people to also play
You
online.
have a point.
Yeah, but the
You have
So
a
gameplay
how am I
point.
supposed to play? I was
The
number 4 ranked in the world, sir, and I have no matches to play. So how am I supposed to do that? That was the content I was making, playing online, and the game doesn't have a player base.
Okay,
So
so here, how about this
I
question?
would rather be
How about
playing
this
that
question?
game.
Isn't it like free Xbox Play or something? Was that this week or last week?
That was this week.
It's over
No,
now.
they need
The
to
last
put it
day
on
was on
Game
the
Pass.
21st.
Did you jump on? Did you jump on during the free to play week?
I was busy playing. What? When was this? This was during the weekend.
Yeah, you had
free
people to play
EA
with. I mean,
Yeah,
you
free
had
EA
people to play
brother.
with.
I had to get my NHL hours in, brother.
NHL.
Yeah, I had free NHL hours with my brother. His trials expired, so it was the only time we had to play. It was over the weekend when they had the free play.
Yeah, but the gameplay is great, but it's not perfect though.
No, it's not perfect
No,
at all.
that's
And it needs updates. That's the problem with the game.
No one's trying to argue that this game is great. I'm saying the engine is there. Now they just need to expand on it. World Tour had a great engine, and then it turned into No Mercy. But that didn't happen in a year. That took several years before you got from World Tour to No Mercy. I'm saying Fight Forever definitely has a chance, but it might need a sequel.
Yeah, but
it might need a new game.
I think they need to go away.
It might be 2028 by the time this game's good. I'm not lying.
I think they
It
need to
might
go
be
away
2028.
and drop like AEW Fight Forever 2.0 on their 1 year anniversary.
I'm gonna be honest though, brother. One thing that I don't like about this argument of, oh, this needed 4, bro. We're in 2024, bro. Like,
Yeah, and 2K15 sucked.
Okay,
It took 4 years for that game
Doesn't
to get
make
good.
it fine. Doesn't make it fine to release a lackluster game. Doesn't matter. If somebody else murdered somebody, doesn't make you.
2K20 sucked. We're looking forward to 2K24.
But we're talking-
It took 4 years for that.
Yeah.
Again, I'm saying it takes 4 years for a wrestling game to get good. This is the pattern. So talk to me in 3 years.
I mean, modern technology wise, when we talk about what the game can do, bro, it should have definitely offered. Like you're looking at a game from like 2003, and that game offers more features than AEW Fight Forever ever could. So when you compare that game and that game, bro, like what are they doing over there? Like I don't even know how we're sitting here defending them still.
But it also offered me more than 2K15. It offered me more than 2K20. So what's your point?
How does it offer you more than 2K15?
Are you kidding me? No Mercy was way more replayable.
Does it have? No, I'm not talking about. No, I'm not talking about No Mercy. I'm talking about AEW Fight Forever.
You said games from 2004 did. You said to get, and I'm explaining that, or 2000. I'm explaining those games.
But we
gave you more than WWE games too.
But we obviously understood why 15 was the way it was. I'm not saying that it's okay, but we understand why. What's the reason AEW Fight Forever got?
We also understand why AEW Fight Forever is the way it is.
I don't.
Do we not?
ACS, what do you think about AEW Fight Forever?
What's that? I'm sorry.
What do you think about AEW Fight Forever?
I was like caught up in them. I thought they were still going, man.
All right, Matt had me looking at NXT for a second there, but
man, if I could be honest, I hadn't turned that game on like I don't know. I think I played it for maybe like a week or so.
A week?
It's like after I got through, like, because this is the thing for me. I'm more of a single player, kind of person. So
me too.
And unfortunately, there was not a lot to do. Like once you got through Road to Elite, I mean, how many times are you really gonna play that? After I got through that a couple of times, unlocked stuff. I mean, what else was there for me to do? I mean, so, and then like I said, the bare bone. Like, creation suite. I couldn't even make a guy that looked like anything like myself. So it was like, man, like, what is this? Yeah, they dropped the ball. I mean, I'm not like, and this is coming from somebody like I was an early adapter, man. I was all in, no pun intended. But I was all in. I was like, yeah, this game gonna be dope. But I don't know, man. It's like
I think we were all on the same ship as you, bro. Like,
yeah.
Like
I mean, the game definitely had potential.
Yeah, I agree. I thought the game was gonna be amazing. Like I'm over here thinking, like, yo, the way they promoting it, No Mercy, Here Comes the Pain. That was the vibes I was getting for the game dropped, and yeah,
and I enjoyed it for the first month. I was like, you know what, this is really good.
Yeah,
but honestly, the things that they were showing too, like
Mike Tarver, I'm going Sky Blue.
The interactivity and stuff, I got to thinking, I was like, man, honestly, this is not that much more interactive than WWE 2K if you think about it, like in terms of like, the drag and carry system versus like the stuff that they do. I was like, you can kind of, do the same stuff. So it got old real quick. I mean, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Whoa.
Sorry, Clint.
We put up a poll. Is it too late for AEW Fight Forever? We got 22 votes. It looks like it's still going. So we're going to let it keep going.
Ooh, it's looking interesting.
Man, that game is 15 feet under the ground, man.
I just want to clip
It's not too late for AEW Fight Forever. I'm going to come out and say it right now. All they got to do is go away and cook. And in June 26th, I think that's when it came out, Just drop AEW Fight Forever 2.0. By then, 2K will have kind of cooled down a little bit. They can squeak right back in there, and then we'll see what we can
Kenny,
go from there.
Kenny,
but I don't
can.
think they
Kenny.
got to go away.
Yes,
right
I'm
now.
with Kenny. I'm with Kenny.
Kenny, I have to disagree with you because there's no way that in 6 months they're gonna drop anything worth my time. They have 7 months to cook something
That's
up,
true.
and they keep charging me, and they keep trying to because I ain't fall for it. You and Loaded did. They trying to charge me $25 for the
Shots
season
fired.
pass that includes 3 wrestlers, and the 2 wrestlers are a tag team, bro. Stop it. Get
Those
some
were the
help.
plans they had
It's
before
not
the game
happening.
came out.
Listen,
If they take this time right here, lock in, like, listen, we got to save this game. You know what? They can hire more people onto the team if that's the problem. Have Tony Khan spend some of those dollars, boost up the Uke studio and say, hey, we need y'all to work on these match types. We need y'all to work on Create a Wrestler.
There you go.
Let's get 2.0 going. Maybe they've been working on this the whole time.
Well,
Maybe
listen.
they've been drip feeding us content, but in the background, they've been working on a big 2.0 patch. And if that's the case, then again, the gameplay is good. I would go back. If we get like a graphics polish
how
to
you
make it look
contradict
See,
me.
that's the thing, you know. That's the same.
I'm
You
back
said
in.
that game was dead like 15 minutes ago, and you
Right now it's
contradicting
dead.
yourself.
It's done. Finito. But they have to go away. Just let it die. You know what?
Listen,
They need to stay.
Listen,
Life
if
support.
I were
It's not dead. I'll say that.
I'd go away till next June. Like, I'm not talking this June. I'm talking about
No, this
next
June,
June.
you can't do that. You're done.
Facts.
If you're gonna go away till next June,
Then
you
you
gotta
gotta come
release
up-
a new game.
But that's
Get
what I'm
new
saying. You
game.
drop a
Exactly.
2.0
Definitely a new
you
game.
drop a
You're right.
2.0
Okay.
because we
That's
seen
what
it
I'm saying.
before.
AEW
Kenny's
Fight
not
Forever
saying,
2.
Kenny,
Right.
when he says 2.0, he's not saying a new game, brother. He's saying a new update. He's not
No,
saying
I'm
a new
saying
game.
a new
It's gonna
game
take
for
them
next
year-
year.
If they come out with a new game, it's not going to be. I don't think it should be until at least 2027.
I'm not
Nah,
gonna lie,
drop
bro.
it.
That's way
I'm
too
not gonna
long.
lie, bro. Do not drop a new
Crazy.
game, bro. Think about it. The sales are gonna do even worse than what this one did if they drop a new game because people already have a negative perception. You
Not if
got
it's
Not
to
if they pop out with
Not
it.
if it's good.
Not if
Yeah,
they
no.
pop out with it and
Good.
showing it looks
Well,
better.
I
it
guess
shows
I ain't gonna
better
be the one to
match
find out. I'll be waiting for y'all to tell me if that's fire.
type. That you're gonna be making that content on it though.
Oh, best believe I'm in here every day. I'm in here every day, bro. You already, as soon as they announce it, I'm in here, bro.
think-
But listen, game gonna be butt.
There's
You
one
know what?
thing.
But I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show you next time they pop out. As long as it's not before June, they got a chance to recover. It's not over. Loaded.
Are
What do
you
you
switching
think?
it though?
Hmm?
You switching
Huh?
it? Because I thought
Oh.
you said it was dead.
It's dead right
It's
now.
dead
I'm gonna say right
currently.
now.
He's saying it's
No,
It's
we
not
asked.
season 3
Kenny asked the
anytime
question
soon.
and said, "Is it too late?" And Kenny said, "Yeah, it's too late." Now
That-
you trying to
that's what
come
I
in
was
here
thinking.
switching
It's
it
like,
around and
oh,
steal
no,
the
It's
spot
too
up,
late
bro.
right now.
I know what you
I
on.
said it's too late, but if they wait until June and then drop that refresh, boost it like you know what, it's a big deal. Then I think it'll be fine.
I
Bro,
think
they
it's
just gave
never
us-
too late.
they
It's
just
never too
gave-
late. We're talking about games from 1998 still. We're so hungry for a wrestling game that anytime
Yeah.
they make an improvement,
Thank
we're going to
you,
come back
Kero.
to it. It's the reality of the
Thank you,
situation.
Kero.
Listen, I'll be
That's
making
what
some
I'm
content
trying
on
to
it. I ain't
point out.
doing.
That's all I was
My
trying to
heart
point
is
out,
saying-
Kero. That's all I wanted to point out.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you,
my
Taco
heart is
Kid.
saying
He's
that
switching up.
still has a chance, but my head is saying no, though. I'm not even.
Real
Well,
Take Wrestling
let's
in
take
the
Real Take
building
you.
with the
Oh, boy.
$4.99 super chat. Brian, say
Sure.
one nice thing about Jack Perry. Come on, you got to do it for our boy Omer.
For the 5, you got to do it.
I got 5.
That means I
on
would
it.
sell out. So nope, he's a hoe. Anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
come
Oh.
on.
Oh,
I'm just
Brian,
playing. I'm
Brian,
just playing. I'm
Brian,
just playing. Listen,
Whoa.
man. Y'all make sure to go check out Real Take Wrestling. Jack Perry has great potential as a wrestler if he gets it together. I'm
I
looking
thought you were
forward to
just going to
seeing
say
it.
he's got a great beard.
There you
I
go.
honestly
You know,
thought you were
what
just
was
going to
Jack
say he's got a
Perry's
great
fault?
beard now. He really does have a great beard now. though.
But
I don't like
yeah,
the beard.
Real Take
I like his
Wrestling. We
baby face
appreciate your
better.
donation, man.
I like the beard.
Appreciate you, Real Take. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, brother.
All right, now I know I gave y'all a topic list, right?
Yeah.
But we got to switch gears as I always do
Go for it.
because
Do it.
last week we put that there was an update on Ultra Pro Wrestling, but I actually meant to put the wrestling code because it looks like we might be locked in to see the wrestling code in 2025. Y'all had a big question saying, is the game real? Is the game real? And they actually pointed out that they might be flying out some people this year to actually see the game. So
All right.
it looks like it may be a working product right now, and we should actually see this thing in 2024, hopefully. 2024. What do y'all think about that? Is this the year the wrestling code finally pops out and makes a name for itself?
Me personally, I'm gonna be honest. I think with the wrestling code, the more and more I've looked into it, I'm more excited. It's just really hard to find things sometimes based on how like they've promoted the game or put it out there.
Yeah.
But I think that if they can show something this year, I think that it'll be really cool, like actual gameplay, because we've gotten to see a lot of mocap stuff and cutscenes. I just want to see some actual gameplay, bro. I want to see how the game, moves, whatever the case is. But it is cool that they are potentially flying out some people, because that means that, like you said, we could see something this year and maybe an early 2025 release for the Wrestling Code. So I definitely think that it's in their best interest to try and get that out before 2K25 comes out, because this is going to be the same window next year.
Not before 2K25.
You think it's
25?
Come out?
I'm thinking 24. I'm like, no.
Yeah. No,
It's coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, it's coming out tomorrow. Yeah, nah. I'm more 25 because 25 you start getting the news ramping up for March, and then they could drop that early 25, but try and get in that window. Could be
No, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good. I think their best spot is either late in the year, like between October and December, or summer 2025.
So you're talking about 25 almost 2 years from now.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you think you're going to get it sooner than that? The wrestling games take so long to develop, you guys. Like, I don't know if you get it.
You're right.
Like, it's just there's no way we're
been a long time, Dubs. I don't know what you're talking.
Yeah, I get it, bro. But they've been
developing it.
They've been developing since 2020, bro, and they always show mocap and pictures.
And it's a handful of people doing it in their spare time.
Cooking
up.
Listen, I'm not mad at. Yeah, I'm not mad at them cooking up, because I know that if they put out a bad product, I'm gonna be the first one to slander them. So I get it. 100%. But
slander them.
Listen, I'm being honest, bro. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. It, like, hypothetically, if I get flown out and it's a bad game, I'm gonna say it's a bad game. I don't sell out for nobody. So if
I'm gonna sell out, I would be like, this is the best wrestling game you got.
Quote that, chat. You quote that. Quote that. Make sure you quote that, chat.
I'm just being honest, bro. But listen, I think the game has great potential, bro. But I'm just being honest, bro. I've seen it happen in many years where, but 4 years is a long time. So maybe if we do see some 25, I think is good.
Ooh, Mike Tarver dropped a gem in the chat. So the interview I shared with y'all that I did, it was with Dre 41. Mike Tarver saying he commented on Dre 41's last video, and he said 2025 is too early.
That doesn't surprise me even a little bit.
Well,
I wouldn't expect
nobody getting flown out this year, Brian. Nobody seeing nothing.
You know what?
Forget about it.
Even if they don't fly nobody out, I just want to see it. I just want to see the game, see where it is right now. If you still need time, let that game cook, because we don't want it to come out tomorrow and end up with an AEW fight forever on our hands.
Look,
I'd rather wait
100%
more years and the game be actually good when we get it. Go ahead, Kero, sit on me.
Yeah, whenever they're ready, I think they should show just a one-on-one match from start to finish, all the entrances, and don't cut it, don't edit it to like hell. We'll know exactly where the game is at just by that alone. But yeah, I want to see something at this point. That is not motion capture footage, because I'm about to lose it with that. But I want to go back, just do some tidying. Yeah, we did end the poll right now. It was 67% saying yes and 32% saying no to is it too late for AEW Fight Forever? So the majority thinks so, but it's not. It's not that insane. And I also want to just point out for WWE 2K24, because we're moving away from it, I think at the Royal Rumble, YouTubers are going to play it. And somebody said in the chat just really early on that February 1st is actually the date where they can post embargo.
Embargo.
Yeah.
So we're getting a lot of gameplay. Yeah. So
February 1st.
Yeah.
We should know exactly what WWE 2K24 looks like. Kero, you got invited out there, right? Are you going?
Yeah. I got some homework to do, unfortunately, for my math class.
Homework, yeah.
I thought he was just busy wrestling. I thought he was busy wrestling on Collision that week.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, that too. Very busy. Unfortunate.
All right, but I am still excited to see the Wrestling Code. Looking at the chat, they have no hope for us to see the game this year.
I think we're all excited.
You know what? But I do want to touch on that, Kero. You're right. The next time we see it, I don't want to see like camera cuts going back and forth and freezes. I want to see an actual guy coming out to the ring. Ding, ding, ding. Let me see what the game actually looks and feels like, because a slippery wrestling game is a very bad wrestling game. And if it looks slippery, I don't know if I want to see that. Jay, are you tapped into the Wrestling Code at all? You familiar with the game?
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying. Well, they ain't really put out much, but like for whatever, the little stuff that they do have out. Yeah, I mean, I've been keeping up with it. I mean, it was one of the ones I was excited about, because I was thinking, along the lines of like, the wrestling games landscape in general was looking so good. Mm-hmm. But it's like now it's like, man, it's like they kind of went just 0 dark 30, man. Like they didn't, like, you don't hear anything from them. I mean, I saw the video with Dre 41. he was talking about, I guess, like some of the different wrestlers he was actually working on and stuff like that. But I mean, still, just the fact that we have nothing, man, it's like, I don't know. I mean, give us a scoop slam or something, or
exactly
anything.
It's tough, man, but that Sandman video still got me hype. I can't wait to see something.
Yeah, that does
from
look
Wrestling
good.
Code.
That looks good. But
Yeah. Anybody else want to add anything to the Wrestling Code before we jump?
I believe Clint had his hand up. You wanted to say something. Clint, you're
Clint,
muted.
you got to jump in there, man. We can't see the hands. You just got to jump in.
Every time I try to say something, it's like everybody's talking, so I'm not that type of person where I talk over people.
Well, you got to get to that type of person when we off the top, baby.
Anyway, we're all forgetting something about that game. It's a pandemic game, and I know a lot of people use that excuse, but that adds 2 years to the development. So that 2 years, just throw that out, because they probably didn't have time to work on the game. They were all in quarantine. They probably didn't have the assets or tools like the big corporations do where they can work from home. They were probably stuck just trying to wait before they can go back into their office or whoever. So they might not have been able to work on the game for 2 years. So you guys are saying from 2020, well, don't forget about the pandemic. I'm not trying to defend anything. I'm just throwing that out there. So.
People use that as an excuse a lot, but I got a pandemic baby running around this house and she's fine. It's Taco Kid as Kenny try to sneak into the WWE 2K24 event. That's the plan. Me and Bryan will be at Royal Rumble this week. We're going to find our way in. We'll let y'all know how it goes.
Yeah, find a way.
Yeah, y'all got to get in, man.
Get it.
All right, so the next news story is a very big one. WWE is taking Monday Night Raw to Netflix.
What?
A move I actually did not see coming. I did not think they would be brave enough to take the show off of TV and put it on a streaming service, because you're kind of cutting out an audience.
I agree.
I think right now, a lot of older people carry cable, and younger people like millennials or whatever, they're using streaming services. So you're cutting out those kids who are watching with older parents who watch Monday Night Raw with cable. Maybe their parents don't have streaming services. I know when I was younger, if I said, "Mom, can we get Netflix?" she was going to be like, "No, we have cable." So you're cutting out a big portion of your audience, but then you're potentially picking up another big part of an audience who doesn't have cable. So it could go both ways. What do y'all think about this move?
I think it's an incredible move forward, because it is the future. I think this is just something that has to happen and it needs WWE to take us there, to normalize moving to, whether it's an Amazon Prime, whether it's a Netflix, whether it's Peacock, Paramount Plus. There's a million streaming services out there, and it will cut out segments of your audience. But TV rights deals is what keeps these companies afloat, and you need a WWE to be that big first mover, because we've seen what Billy Corgan's been able to do on YouTube, and it's nothing, right? So for this to really be successful, you need WWE to be the first mover. So I think it's a huge, huge deal. But I think Bryan made a really excellent point in the chat earlier when he said you have to have 3 separate subscription services.
Damn, Dubbs.
To be able to watch WWE now.
Let's let him speak. He's in the building.
But he made it an amazing point.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump to Bryan. Bryan, what do you think about it, so you can give us your point?
Nah, Brian. Nah, what I was saying, bro, was, right, I think it's very good for the company. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we talking about, what was it, $5 billion over 10 years? Like, that's an insane amount of money, bro. For wrestling. Like, that's crazy. It was $5 billion over 10 years.
And this is confirmed?
Yes, it's confirmed.
Yeah, that is insane.
It was
I did not hear this.
It was $5 billion over 10 years, and I think that it can be a problem because of how expensive Netflix already is. There's no password sharing, and just so you guys know, that Netflix price will be going up. I wouldn't be surprised if we're paying $25 a month.
It's already gone up in Canada.
Yeah,
it went up a while ago.
I think they were saying they're going to get rid of the lowest tier or something like that.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a problem for fans that might not want to spend that money. But like Dubbs was saying, there's going to be crowds that are split up now, because you're gonna have SmackDown on the CW or on the USA Network, NXT on the CW, and then you have Raw on Netflix. So you got to pay for cable. I don't know if USA
Peacock.
And Peacock, yeah, but Peacock, I'm like, it's $5. I ain't really tripping. But Netflix, you charging $25 at the least, I think, and that's just gonna be a problem. But like I said, it's great for the company. They making money. That's an insane amount of money, like I said, for wrestling. So I'm definitely looking forward to how this pans out. Because like Dub said, bro, this could be huge for wrestling and it could make that normal again, and we can see, or not again, but normal, and we can see AEW on a streaming service or something like that. Because I did hear rumblings that AEW might be going to HBO Max, but that hasn't panned out yet. So that could be a future thing that we see in the future. So it's really cool.
I mean, that's why I think it's a big deal, because we were worried if they went to WBD that AEW, where are they going to go? Are they going to lose their TV deal? Is Tony Khan just going to flip the bill and put them on YouTube or something? Or are they going to go to a streaming service? This opens the door. I think AEW at this point stays with WBD, but that could go to HBO Max on their platform, right? Especially for pay-per-views and stuff like that. I definitely see that as the future. So I see this as nothing but good moving forward for wrestling. I don't necessarily think it's the best thing for the current fan base at this particular time, because there are a lot of 50 plus that might not have Netflix that have watched Raw for 30 years on USA or on
right.
cable.
But I don't think you would need all of the streaming services to watch wrestling, because you could watch WWE Raw on Netflix, and you could go to watch wrestling and watch SmackDown, right? But Symbol did say something interesting in the chat. He said, "I love it. No more ratings
not
battle."
condoning
And that's
such
something I
action.
pointed out in the chat. The fact that we won't know what Raw's rating is. I know Loaded came back and said
No, we
WWE could share the rating, or Netflix could share the rating. They could make a number up. And WWE is going to be like, we got 10 million viewers on Raw this week. Bro.
They better say
Oh,
20
why would they
million.
You're already going on about it, and it's not even happened yet. So I think
It's
I
going
think
to
people will
happen.
find a way to fight over it.
And
yeah,
one
but
thing-
under
go ahead.
under Vince McMahon, like Vince McMahon will make the numbers up, sure, but under Triple H,
No,
and
come on.
Kratos-
Y'all give
Triple H,
H
come on,
way
he's
too
not
much
innocent.
credit.
He's not
Triple H
innocent.
learns
Yeah.
from Vince.
Well, how about when CM Punk came back at Survivor Series? They didn't make up those numbers.
Come on, we got to talk about CM Punk.
Yeah.
It's bad enough Mr. Dubbs got the shirt on.
I'm not gonna lie though. I did forget to mention that Netflix. I believe earlier I saw a report that it has about 80 million users. I think that's huge, bro. I think that might be like because
huge.
cable.
It's
Yeah.
huge.
80 million.
80
yeah,
million.
So, 80 million. So
Yeah.
I think like them being on that front page, and you guys know how crazy Netflix is compared to other networks. This is the best like network. Like this is the most known one. Like Netflix and chill. Y'all know about that. You know what I'm saying?
You know about that,
Like
man.
wrestle.
Babies come from
Brian
it.
and Kenny's thoughts do not Brian and Kenny's thoughts do not necessarily represent the thoughts of this podcast.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, yo, Netflix is really known. So when people get on there, they gonna see Monday Night Raw on Mondays, and that alone gonna push it.
I want to back your point up, Brian, because I think they're pushing this live thing now. And hey, if they bought Raw, they're like it's gonna be forefront and center as well, because they're pushing this new feature as well. 80 million. Probably by 2025 it'll be 90 million, maybe 100 million, and it's going to keep on going because it's replacing cable television. One thing that's really interesting to me is that it is replacing cable television, and you look at Netflix, you got PG shows, you got all sorts of shows, like you can do pretty much anything you want there. So what is that going to be for wrestling now? Are we going to go back to the days of more cussing, more blood, stuff like that, or will the show stay the same? That's also something I'm thinking about.
Because
Yeah.
there's
So
there's
many
not
questions.
a rating
So
to go
many
off of, right?
questions.
Weren't they going to
Yeah.
start like an ad tier that was free? Or
Now, see,
or
that's
they
what,
already
that's
lower
what I wanted
cost?
to get to next, because
Yeah.
Netflix, like their shows don't have commercials, right? Unless I think there's a cheaper tier that's
No.
like $10 where you can get commercials. So is Monday Night Raw going to be straight 3 hours commercial free? They already confirmed it's going to be commercial free.
Yeah.
I don't know
Maybe
if it's
it'll
going to
be
be
2
3
hours
hours
now.
still.
Give me the two.
They
No,
might
it's-
drop that
It's
third
gonna be
hour.
3 hours, and we're gonna get promo packages in between, and I think I'm
That
honestly
is
cool with
going
it.
to be
At least
they're
make it
promote
two.
their
At least make it
pay-per-views
2.5
and stuff.
hours.
Yeah.
We're all dead. We're all dead.
At 3 with no ads. Oh,
I'm not gonna lie,
man.
bro. That's funny because I really don't mind it. Like commercials or not, I hate commercials as it is, bro. So like to me, it's like just give me the wrestling, and that's what I'm watching already
not-
anyway.
But it's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be that easy. Because if it's 3 hours with no commercials, it's going to be a lot more wrestling than you're actually taking in on Mondays. Because I think it probably comes out to like 2 hours on Monday, actually, if you take the commercials out.
I
But
think
this
like
is just
a
going to be
little bit
3
more.
hours. So you're going to.
Yeah.
Yep. A
You
bunch
better
of
lock in.
recaps. A lot of recaps.
That's the one thing
Oh
though.
my
I
God.
wish that it was 2
That's
hours. I
the-
think 2 hours was the
Yeah,
best way for them to go.
2 hours is a
2
nice.
hours is perfect.
Listen, 2 hours on Netflix, Monday Night Raw, my favorite wrestling show of the week. Are they going to
Fast
put it
forward
right
to
up after it goes off too, so you can go back if you missed it and just watch it immediately?
I think that will be a part
Yeah.
for sure.
Of course.
If you miss it, you can get right on and watch it. Which, like I said, bro, I'm a fan from like as a young, like from the younger generation. I'm a fan of this. I love this, bro. I don't got to worry about cable no more. I could just go on my Netflix, watch it. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is actually going to help like just the younger generation stay in tune, bro. Because a lot of people don't got cable no more. Like
Yeah, true.
Like nobody
It's
wants to buy
change,
cable,
and
bro.
it's
Like,
nice.
People going to
Yeah.
watchwrestling.com.
Poor
And it
Brian's
doesn't
gonna be
work great
so
all the
sad
time.
if poor Brian's gonna be so sad if Cody gets moved to SmackDown and he has to pay for cable again.
Hey, bro, I get that for free. I ain't finna disclose what I do, but I get that for free, so it's cool, bro.
What do
Catch
you
wrestling,
mean?
something
But
that
nah,
rhymes with
it's
catch wrestling. Can I say something though? Taco Kid said Netflix has 77 million users in USA and Canada. That's what I forgot. It's USA and Canada we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like this thing is gonna be worldwide. We're talking about Puerto
Yeah.
Rico and any other country. So
Yeah.
that 77 million is gonna probably go
gonna be
200,
huge,
300.
Because I believe in total, like the whole world, I believe it's 200 million, but just
There
US
you
and
go.
Canada is like 77 or 80.
It's gonna
There
be
you go.
Yeah.
huge,
Remember,
bro.
you got to remember the ratings every week that they give out are US only ratings, whereas
Yep.
Netflix can give us a worldwide rating.
Netflix will not give
What?
you ratings. I don't
No,
think they're
they
going to share them.
I'm saying,
I don't know why they don't.
I'm not
They
gonna
can
lie.
give you a fake number. They can give you a 20
Yeah, they
million
can make it
viewers
up.
this week,
Yeah.
but they can say it's worldwide, not just the US.
Triple
It's
H
not-
is definitely
it's
going to
not
get those
in,
numbers out to piss off Tony Khan.
it's
You
not
know what's
in- it's not
happening.
in Netflix
You know
best-
what's happening.
If Raw doesn't
Especially
do
for
as
the-
well, yeah,
Mhm.
but if Raw don't do as well as we're like thinking it might do or anticipating as it might do, it's not in Netflix's best interest to do that because companies aren't going to want to go there if the ratings are low. So they probably should keep that to themselves, regardless of I don't know if it's good. Then I guess talk about it, but if it's bad,
Mhm.
I wouldn't talk about it.
Companies go there for this.
I wouldn't
For
talk
that
about it
shit.
either way.
It's
I
not
just
about
wouldn't
the
talk about
ratings.
it.
Yeah, I
The
don't think
companies
so
really
neither.
don't care.
Let Tony Khan
WWE's
drive himself nuts.
WWE's
You got
going there for half a
WWE
billion
gets
dollars a
money.
year.
Netflix gets there weekly because people are going to go to Netflix
Yeah.
weekly at 8 o'clock Eastern to go watch Raw. That's their weekly viewing. And if Netflix can run Raw and then run an advertisement right behind it and keep you on there to watch something else, they win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
Absolutely.
think about it, bro. There's not going to be that many people buying the ad-free version. There's going to be people that just get the normal version just to tune in because they used to watching commercials anyway. Netflix still going to eat regardless, bro.
Yeah, and I saw an article. They said that after the Peacock deal runs out, the pay-per-views and stuff are going to Netflix too, or premium live events.
I wouldn't be
wow.
surprised.
Wait, wait.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sorry, when is this happening?
Peacock
Whenever
got like
the
2
Peacock
years left
deal
on
runs
their
out,
contract.
the premium live events, they're moving to Netflix too.
You
I think
they're
they should
leaving?
just put SmackDown
Okay
on
with it.
Netflix. Make that WWE premium like the spot.
But if they're going to move to Netflix, would that be a separate deal to this one? Because then I don't think the value's
I would
there.
assume not.
Like
I
they'd
would
have
I'm
to
sure
get
they'll
more.
no, they're going to have to
Can't
work
be part
something
of this
out.
deal.
I'm sure they're
No,
actually.
I was going to say it can't be part of this deal because they already wanted 400 million for Raw. They're
Yeah.
getting 500 million to move to streaming, and they also locked in 10 years for that little bit higher price. Because if WWE was available in 5 years, they'd be getting an increase anyway. So 10 years at $500 million sounds fair. But how much are they getting from Peacock right now for all the premium live events? Because you got to increase that number too. You're getting WrestleMania, man. Like WrestleMania is being included in this. Yeah, $500 million a year is not enough.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to get more money. This deal was just for
It's pretty
Raw.
much it's moved to natural
Yeah.
conversation now. So
Yeah.
UTV loaded, Jay, any Clint, wherever y'all want to jump in,
Yeah,
just
go
jump
ahead.
in.
Yeah,
I was
so
just
I
gonna
think
say, Matt in the chat here brought out a good point. Like, if it's on Netflix, they might have more freedom for more mature content.
Yeah.
more like
Yeah,
swearing
somebody said that already.
and better matches.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead, loaded.
Yeah.
so. Yeah, it's gonna get a little edgier, and I think I read that they have 247 million subscribers. I think worldwide on Netflix. So it's a good
worldwide.
move.
That's, whew.
That's not.
Yeah, and a lot of diehard fans are gonna sign up for it. A lot of the casuals are gonna tune in. Oh, Raw's on Netflix. All right, I'll check it out.
I can
So
say this real quick. Like, I know many of my friends in Turkey will probably buy Netflix and then use a VPN to watch Raw, maybe.
Yeah, that's the way you do it.
Yeah. Is it blocked over there or something? Or they just got a different version of
it's-
Netflix?
It's gonna be USA only, right, or Canada only, so they'll need to use
Ah,
VPN.
okay.
There's
It
always
said,
a way.
it said US, Canada, and a few other countries. I'll check that out right now.
I thought Raw's
Well,
gonna
yeah,
go to
in some
TNT.
other countries, they are moving SmackDown to Netflix too. So
Really?
I mean, we can probably do
Doesn't
that too. They
Disney
said in
have-
countries that, yeah,
Assemble said that in Canada, SmackDown is going to Netflix too.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I know they
awesome.
said in some
nice.
countries.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm not gonna lie. I
Didn't
might pay for
Disney-
Netflix, get a VPN, and just watch everything through there. I ain't gonna lie. Way to do it, man.
Nice.
Mm.
I was gonna say, didn't Disney own something in some country for wrestling? I remember reading
I don't
about that
know.
a while
I'm
ago.
not sure.
But like,
Jay, do you pay for
Mr. Dubbs would
Netflix,
know.
or you think this is a good move or a bad move?
Yeah, I mean, I rock with it, honestly. I mean, like I say, I mean, hey, I already got Netflix, so I mean, it's cool with me. I'm
Yeah,
Join the club.
I see
same
Mike
here, man. The
said,
use Netflix on their iPad pretty much all day, so it's something I can't get rid of. So it's
for
right
Raw,
there.
For Raw, as per the tweet, it says Raw will be exclusively on Netflix for US, Canada, the UK, and Latin America.
So Hulu's not getting Raw no more.
No,
They're cutting that out.
But nah,
Who uses
man.
Hulu, man?
Hulu should have spent that money. Disney
Mike
should have spent that
Tarver-
money and got them.
Mike Tarver said nothing's gonna be live anymore. It's gonna be recorded weeks in advance. I highly doubt with
Yeah, I
all
doubt
the dirt
that. They
sheets
won't.
that hell no, they're not doing
Ooh.
that, bro. I wouldn't
Not
even
a
watch it
ch-
at that
not a
point. I would know
chance.
everything.
Not a
There's
chance.
no way.
No.
The
no
whole
way.
point of it, the whole point of it is live on Netflix. Like
The
that's
whole
the whole
reason.
point.
That's the whole reason Netflix
Yeah.
bought them. Or
Yeah.
paid
Yeah.
for
And
it.
there's no off season too. 52 weeks a year.
And another thing I did want to say,
That's
Loaded, thank
HTV.
you for saying that because you just reminded me. This is a great thing for wrestling to get away from football. I think
Yep.
football on Mondays, them going against the NFL and Monday Night Football, we obviously know that you see the ratings decrease. I think this is actually going to help them being worldwide on Netflix, so their ratings are still going to stand out regardless. So I think this is great for them too.
Yeah, and even if they do bad, they don't have to worry about we gotta throw everything at the wall because we gotta get a good rating against
Yeah.
football. I think it'll probably help them tell better stories because you don't have to worry about hitting a specific number. And after the show goes off, it's right there. So you get the same value whether Netflix gets like the same value whether people are watching it live or watching it after it goes off. So you make appointment viewing there, you don't gotta worry about throwing stuff at the wall. People will come in and watch it so they don't miss whatever happens next.
I agree.
Like the Attitude Era days.
Wow. So I've got
my goodness.
I pulled up the official press release, and you're right. Starting in 2025, it says outside of the US, inclusive of Raw and WWE's other weekly shows, SmackDown and NXT, as well as the company's premium live events, including
Nice.
WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and the Royal Rumble. W's award-winning documentaries, original series, and forthcoming projects will also be available on Netflix internationally beginning in 2025. That is nuts.
Ooh, internationally.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, that's
And
This was like the
outside
first
the
thing I
US,
saw
right?
when I
Great,
woke
man.
up.
If it include Canada, I don't know.
Me personally,
It
I wish
says
they had that in
international.
DR when I lived out there, bro. I had to get my dad to do some crazy stuff for me to be able to actually watch the pay-per-view from a foreign country. Pause, bro. But you know what I mean, man.
Come on, man.
But listen, man, I said crazy
We're
stuff, bro.
taking
Y'all
weeks.
took it and
Let
made it
us know
something
before
else,
saying
bro.
stuff like that.
But listen, man, I think this is gonna be good for them. I really think so, man.
Yeah, and as a customer,
Yeah, I think
like,
this is a good move.
I have,
It's the
what do you
future.
call it? Sportsnet in Canada.
Yeah.
That's how you can watch it. And I only watch WWE for that and pay like $15 or whatever. But with Netflix, you got
All in
cool
one.
series coming up all the time. Yeah, like you got everything. So it's just so good.
Listen,
yeah, some fans were
That's awesome. This is wonderful.
and one thing that I am excited about that I don't see people talking about too much, they mentioned documentaries. If y'all watched the Netflix documentary before, bro,
Oh,
y'all know
man.
what I'm talking about.
But
They
WWE
are
Amazing,
Untold
amazing.
series. Oh,
I need a
WWE's
Rise of
documentaries
Vince
are good.
McMahon documentary, bro. Let me get that real quick, man.
Did you see the Superfan documentary that was on the WWE Network or whatever? It was one of those things. I saw it on that similar to Catch Wrestling. I watched it somewhere over there, but it was about the one Superfan and everything. It was an incredible documentary, and WWE, as it is, I think for the last several years have done some really incredible documentaries. So the fact that all that's going to be on Netflix, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Well,
Netflix gonna get the whole
WWE, they
lot,
do
baby.
good documentaries, but they're WWE documentaries. I want something raw, uncut. Like, we don't want you involved with WWE. Give
I don't know
us,
if you get that. I don't know if
give
you
us
get
Stone
that.
Cold Steve Austin and let us pull this stuff out of them. Where you're not touching it and cleaning it up too much.
You want to talk about me? Pause, bro. You pause.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't
what
want
the
kids
hell
to
was
know
Get
that
that
some
yet.
getting?
stuff out of him. What you talking about, bro?
All
Kenny
the
going
dirt
wild.
and nastiness, you know?
All right,
Like,
man.
what happened between you and Deborah back then?
Wow, Deborah.
You gotta watch,
Why didn't they cancel Stone Cold? Yeah, we're not going to go there.
Can you
gotta
cancel
watch,
Stone Cold?
All right, man.
Dark Side of the Ring, I guess.
All right, switch the topics, bro, because Kenny just went ahead and he wanted.
All right. Anybody else got anything else to add to this bombshell of an amazing announcement we got today?
Yeah, well, some people are complaining because, now we got to pay just to watch Raw. It's stupid, but it's like, so what? I paid for Peacock just to watch their pay-per-views. What's
You
wrong
have
with
to
that?
pay. You have to pay for cable.
yep.
Peacock pricing
Yeah,
is different
that's
though.
the thing.
Like,
You're
you're
paying for
already
cable.
paying for it.
You're paying for cable
You're
to
already
watch
paying
TV.
for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So if you're not already paying for Netflix, that's your
Yeah.
choice. Just like some people
Even
are
if you go to
choosing not
watch
to pay for
wrestling, you're
cable.
paying for the internet to use it. So
I agree
you're
with
paying
y'all.
for
Though.
it.
I agree with y'all
Yeah.
with the cable stuff. I'm just saying though, like comparing Peacock pricing to Netflix pricing, like it's very different, bro. Because it's gonna go higher.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, but that's because Peacock, right? They just need to build a base. You don't think every streaming service wants to be able to charge you $100 a month
Yeah, I
if
mean
they can get away with
Netflix
it?
was
They
charging
need
like
the base.
Netflix started at like $7. I remember when I first got Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
but you gotta look at the
Wow.
time.
Because they need subscribers.
Yeah, they're putting on more premium stuff, and they cost, so price has to go
I
up.
remember it was like $8 when I first signed up
Yep.
for it.
I used
Ain't
to
it,
order
bro?
DVDs and all that.
All the
Yeah.
time.
I just don't know how it's going to be with their audience being split amongst 3 different platforms. That's all. But I mean, we'll
just
see
think-
how it goes.
Everything we're hearing, it's the only people who are going to be split is the folks in the U.S. Unfortunately,
Oh yeah,
sounds like
but,
the rest.
yeah,
Sounds
but
like the
I
rest of us are getting a happy home for WWE.
Yeah, I mean,
Netflix
yeah.
starts at $6.99 per month.
Net-
What
Not
starts
terrible.
at that? Is that Peacock?
It
Netflix,
starts with
Netflix.
standard. If you got like the Netflix with
Oh,
ads,
with
it's
the ads.
$6.99 per month.
So there you go, $7 with the ad tier.
I wonder how. I wonder if they're going to up it for like plus. Like you ever seen how HBO Max will do like this plus
yeah,
and then
yeah.
they'll name the
Plus,
name the
yep.
sport or
Yeah.
whatever. Like
That's-
I can see
It's
that.
just turned into it's cable all over again. This is exactly what cable TV was,
Yeah.
and what everybody complained
Don
about.
Keegan said you got to have the $20 tier to watch Raw, the premium $22 per month.
Hilarious.
Probably.
Is that a fact?
I mean, that
Dog
would probably
water.
make sense. But I mean, I guess we'll see.
I doubt it.
They'll probably do like
That
Hulu,
is-
have a ad-free
If it-
version.
If it was the NFL, I could see that, but it's WWE. I don't see that.
With the amount of money they just paid WWE, you better charge them up, bro.
They
Like,
be
yeah.
paid a lot more for it if they want.
That's a
NFL,
lot of
a
money,
lot more
bro.
money.
We gonna see.
Yeah, I think everybody's stock went up after the deal, though. So
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it's
did.
looking
Definitely
good so
did.
far.
Yeah.
So it's looking
Great.
good for him so far. But I'm
Yeah.
excited about the move, man. You know what? It's time to move into the future. I remember when Microsoft tried to get rid of disc with the Xbox One, and everybody got so mad at them. You know
Oh,
what?
yeah, that
That's
didn't
where
end well
everything's
at
pretty
all.
much going right now. You don't own your games anymore, whether you buy it physical or digital. So
Which is not nice. Which is not nice, by
it's
the way.
not
That's
good.
not a
It's
good
not
thing
a
at
good
all.
thing, but that's where everything's going now, unfortunately.
Yep.
But I think it's good. You know, we got to step into the future sometimes. So I think this deal is really good.
I agree.
Well, we don't want to step
Facts.
into a dystopian future, man. With, like consumer rights, they need to. I don't know. That's a whole nother topic. I'm not going to get into it.
Right. I mean, the DRM thing, that's a whole different conversation. But,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying the future.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
The
right,
streaming era is
But-
inevitable for sure.
Let's
Speaking
talk about
of the
who's at the head of
future-
the table, man. Come on.
That's what I'm about to get to right now. The Rock said he wanted to sit at the head of the table, and he was still talking about Roman Reigns, but it looks like he's going to be the head of
He meant
another
it
table,
literally.
too. Maybe not the head, but he is joining the board of directors for TKO.
Oh man.
How do y'all feel about that?
Me
Anybody?
Wow.
think it?
Does he
personally,
have more
bro.
power?
Go ahead, load it.
He has more power than Vince now, apparently.
I ain't hear all that.
Does he? The board of
I don't know,
directors?
didn't they push
I
Vince
said that
out?
earlier. I said that earlier.
Well, he sold some of his stock. A
Yeah,
couple
he
months ago,
did.
right? A couple months ago, right?
I don't know
Yeah.
exactly.
No.
We don't know exactly what
did.
they gave him though. What we know is that they gave him the Rock name. They gave him his
Yeah,
name
he
to
got
do
it-
whatever
got
he
the right
wants
to
with
his
it,
name and stuff.
and that name is worth a lot, bro. If you put it on some merchandise. So I don't
Yeah.
know how many stocks
Merchandise.
they gave, bro, but
Selling his movies.
yeah, like now he could go by Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Like he had to go by Dwayne Johnson in Hollywood. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but listen, bro. I think this is cool. I think having an actual wrestler at the head of the table that wrestled and knows the business, I think that's great, bro. But he
Not
not
only
gonna,
that,
he not gonna
one of
write
the
his way
best
into the
wrestlers.
WrestleMania main
So,
event though. He ain't finna do
just-
that.
We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that.
I just have a
One of the
question
best
then.
wrestlers of all time at the head of the table. I think that is a big benefit. But before
Does
we
this-
jump forward, y'all, I want to say we haven't asked for likes one time during this stream, and we got 24 likes on this video right now. Shout out to everybody who
Let's
dropped a
go.
like.
Run it
If you
up.
haven't dropped a like yet, we would appreciate you helping us out there. But shout out to all 24 of y'all, because that's big. But go ahead, y'all.
I just wanted to say, like, does this now put The Rock in his rightful place above Triple H in the pecking order? Just wondering.
And the
Rightful place above Triple H. I don't think that's fair.
I mean,
Triple H
for
put the work
me,
in. Triple H put the work in.
Rock
I
was a
don't
much
think we
bigger
should discount
star.
him.
Drew more ratings, sold more merch.
But The Rock left
Hollywood
and went to
position.
Hollywood.
The Rock
stuff,
left and
Triple
did his
H was
thing, bro.
there.
Yeah, The Rock
All
left and made
along.
more money.
The Rock-
Exactly.
The Rock's a huge global
bro,
star
you
now.
can't-
So
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he's a star, so shouts out to that man. But Triple H deserves his spot.
y'all can't say that about Triple H, but Triple H been putting in the work.
Putting
Literally.
in the
Yeah,
work.
fair enough.
The Rock was Roman Reigns. With all the respect, he was also pushed when he came back from day one
Yep.
till the very end.
Right.
Still today.
Still
Triple H
today.
had to come from the gutters as terrorizing and marry the daughter and politic his way, step on so many people, kill so many babies.
Triple H literally was getting pushed to the moon. The only thing that held him back a little bit was the curtain call. And then they're like, all right, we just got to cool you off and punish you for a little bit. And then, oh, look what came from that. The biggest star in wrestling history came out of that. They got Stone Cold Steve Austin because of that. We might not have Steve Austin as he is today if it wasn't for him not winning that Royal Rumble or that King of the Ring. Yeah. So I'm just saying.
Fair enough.
Triple H always had that push. Always.
So what are The Rock duties as the head of the table? Is he just making calls back there for TKO or
bro? Honestly, I don't think he's gonna be making calls like that, bro. I think he's just part of the table, bro. I don't think he's.
You don't think
he's
he's a businessman?
No, I'm joking.
Because like he made his own movie with Shazam and everything. He was very heavily involved in business now at this stage of his career.
I don't know.
So he might be doing something.
I know he got the XFL going on and stuff, so that's another thing he got to worry. He got a lot of stuff on his plate. Nah, that's back. They actually united with the Canadian Football League, so they're all one big thing. So I know that he's busy with that, bro. I don't know how much time he really got on his plate to really wrestle in that main event. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, look what Tony Khan doing. Tony Khan's doing everything.
You literally stole the words out of my mouth. I was like, this man's got more going on than Tony Khan. So hopefully he has some of the same. I hope he has the same pharmacist.
Yeah. But Jay, do you have any insight of what The Rock is set to be doing, or what are your thoughts on him being?
As far as I know, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I just thought it was dope. You know, I mean, they gave him his name and stuff, and just him being in that spot. I mean, I feel like that's because of who he is. I feel like that's gonna bring some even more eyes, to everything. Yeah. I mean, so
right.
It's dope, man. I rock with it. Tough.
I agree. Yeah, I think whatever he's doing, they really wanted him to do it. For them to give him the rights to his name, if that was a part of the negotiations, like, all right, if you do this, we'll give you the rights to your name. They really wanted him to do it, so it's got to be something big. Anybody else got anything to add to it?
Do you think he helped with the Netflix negotiations? Because he's such a big star.
That was all Nick Khan, baby.
Oh yeah, they're giving Nick Khan the credit for that.
Well, he is friends with Nick Khan. Maybe he's like, hey, I know The Rock.
Right? Yeah, you're right. They could have went in there and double teamed them. Like, listen, we want $5 billion. I got The Rock here with you. They're like, you got The Rock. Could have did
double teaming.
Netflix deals, like Netflix movies too.
Speaking of double teaming.
Did he do a Netflix movie with Ryan Reynolds, I believe, and Gal Gadot?
Oh, he did.
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
I forgot what it was called.
I mean, it could make sense, but I don't know, bro. Nick Khan has really turned it around here lately.
Yeah.
I don't want to give him no praise. I don't know what he got.
You don't want to give him no praise because you don't want to admit that he's the best con in a business, bro. Just say it, man.
Nick Khan couldn't run. He couldn't build WWE from the ground up, so I wouldn't say that.
He's made it better in just 3-4 years, bro.
Kiddo, I'm sorry. You were about to say something, Kiddo? What were you trying to get in there?
Mine was going to be off topic. I was going to say, speaking of double teaming, we're going to be double teaming Royal Rumble on this channel with Stryzer 2 Wrestling Clint this Saturday. We're going to be live watch party. Maybe someone else will join us. It's not confirmed yet. But hey, if any of you boys are available.
Yeah,
that's right, y'all. Kero will be live streaming the Royal Rumble. I won't be there. Bryan won't be there because we'll be live. Maybe we'll pop in. But hey, Loaded, UTV, and if anybody else wants to join them, get up with Kero and he'll set it up. Yes, sir. Or maybe anybody else from the WGC. If Kero wants to go search the Outer Lands for somebody, he can have somebody else on with him too. We'll see how that goes. But just tune in on Saturday because there will be a live stream.
All right.
I'm gonna have to avoid chat for all this.
I got It's Taco Kid and Warfang. What did I do? Am I going crazy up here? What happened?
Every week, bro.
I'll be having to avoid all spoilers while I'm at work that day. Can't check. Stay tuned to the chat.
All right, so we're at 117. So let's tackle one more topic, and then we'll get to the main event. How does that sound?
It's good.
Yep.
Kato, you got the topic list. You picked the last one we're going to talk about before we get to the main event.
All right. Oh wait! Oh my God! Right now, where's the topic list? Hold on.
Yeah, it's
do you want me to do it? Because I know what we've already gone through.
Whoever wants to do the last one.
Do it, Dubbs.
All right, I think I know what we're supposed to be talking about last, so I'm going to go with CM Punk and the Cody segment from Raw.
So CM Punk and Cody Rhodes segment on Monday Night Raw. Who wants to take it?
Kero, go ahead, take it.
Me?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Kero
go
was
ahead.
tuned in.
Kero was
Oh,
tuned in with
man.
us, man.
He was like,
Uh,
"Get nuts." I was like, "Oh, calm down, buddy. Calm
Hell
down."
yeah, man! It was nice. It was nice. They talked for a long while. It felt like an MJF CM Punk segment all over again. Not in the sense of all the bombs that they threw, because it was a lot more calmer. But
And it was
man, they
actually a
gave
full
this
arena.
time. Oh,
Continue.
brother. It was nice, man. Like, I think Cody kind of outshined Punk a little bit here, just like Drew did, just like anybody else who's been up against Punk so far. Because I guess since Punk can only go to the Rumble and he cannot do anything like physically right now, like he can't say much either. But man, you know, it was nice. They talked about their past again. Like it was basically, I felt like watching maybe not a wrestling show, but like any other show on Netflix. Right? It was just it was like a huge dialogue. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. I have been enjoying every single Punk segment, even though he gets outshined. I think that's good. Everybody who's been in a segment with them, I think they get a spotlight. They are better. They get more talked about. So I think that's a good thing overall. And I really love the fact at the end of the day that they're setting up him and Cody Rhodes, him and Drew McIntyre, him and Seth Rollins. There's so many things at the Royal Rumble where, like, besides we're like thinking about, oh, who's gonna win this, which is exciting. We're gonna think, oh, what happens when these two face off now?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy has a beef with this guy. And it's like there's so many things to get excited and keep your interest in the match, which something like this, they haven't done it in a long while. I mean, you look at last year's WrestleMania, it was not WrestleMania, but Royal Rumble, it was bad. So I'm hopeful, man, and I'm excited.
This is exactly what it should be. This is what Royal Rumble season should always be. It should be setting up so many feuds coming out of it. You should know your WrestleMania matches coming out of the Royal Rumble every year. I know they have Elimination Chamber, so you don't always get that, but that's the whole point of the Royal Rumble. We've had so many times where we've seen like Brock Lesnar go in there and you think, oh, well, he's going to clearly be feuding with this guy because they did this, and then nothing comes of it. You know what I mean? Like just weird stuff. This year, I think they're doing a really good build going into the Rumble. And right now we're excited. We're seeing CM Punk and all these different people. And I think it's honestly by design that all these guys are getting the better of him in these promos, whether they're stealing their promos from Hangman
Don't
Page
give
or
him
not.
that. Don't give him that. No.
Saying,
It's not
regardless of,
these guys are just
saying,
outshining him.
whoa. I was saying, regardless of people stealing their promos from Hangman Page, I'm saying that these people getting the better of Punk.
Okay, fair to
I
say.
think that the whole reason is because it's Punk. You're not seeing Drew McIntyre cut these promos against anyone else. You're not seeing I don't care about Rollins promos most of the time. Cody's the only one that I would say is on the level, if not better than Punk, and is in his promo game currently. He's the only one. Everybody else, I would say,
Cody's overrated. His promo's overrated. He's a great wrestler, you know. Great character production.
Kenny, we understand your bias against the main card WWE and anyone at the top
Cody
of the
Rhodes.
card. We understand your bias towards everybody at the top of WWE. It's okay. I enjoy AEW as well. I enjoy AEW as well, and I love my AEW.
Oh, no! You can't paint that. You're painting a nasty narrative right now. That's not true.
I'm saying my favorite guys in WWE
like
right
the third best wrestler in the world right now, so that's not true.
I disagree with you there.
Well, but he's
100%
overrated.
disagree with you as a wrestler there.
Well, that's fine if you disagree with me, but you can't say that I'm just writing off every WWE wrestler. That's crazy.
I'm just saying you have a bias towards the guys at the top. You have a bias against Roman. You have a bias against Punk.
I don't like Roman, so I don't like Roman, so I have a bias.
Every week, come on.
Before AEW was even born, I was in the crowd booing Roman Reigns in the front row.
Sure, fair enough. I believe you. I do believe you there because I would have been doing the same thing
at the time, along with saying
my favorite wrestlers in WWE currently are the AEW castaways. You know, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. By far, so seeing them in the ring this week,
AEW bias because I don't like Cody Rhodes' promo.
You do.
Cody Rhodes had the worst promo in AEW history, probably with the Anthony Ogogo.
And one bad promo. The rest of his promos in AEW were fantastic.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think so.
Cody Rhodes got it. Everything from facial expression to when he's doing promos to when he's talking. It's just great, bro. I'm not saying that because I'm a fan. It's just I genuinely enjoy
Cody Rhodes
promos.
has a bad promo.
He is a bad promo.
He talks too slow.
He's saying one day
he's trying to be like a wrestling hero or something. He's trying to be cute, tongue in cheek.
Saying that he's overrated,
like he's acting for camera.
Saying that he's overrated is fine. Saying that he's overrated is fine.
I want to hear Kero start. What did you say, just Kero?
Cody is like, okay, I repeated this in front of like something 20 times and it's rehearsed, all the mimics, even the face, like it doesn't seem as genuine where you look at, I don't know, The Rock, Stone Cold, CM Punk. I don't know if they're genuine or not, but they come across genuine. And that's what Cody's missing. And I agree completely when Kenny says it's overrated. I love him. Kenny loves him, but he is overrated.
The Rock and Stone
I
Cold
think
use
it's
Kenny just called him a bad promo.
overrated, but to say he's
think
a
he's a bad promo.
That's
I don't
what I'm
think he's
saying,
a
Jay.
bad
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
think he's
saying,
one of
Jay.
the best promos. I think he's one of the best promos.
that's kind of different. Like, you know, you saying he's overrated versus he's a bad promo.
Yeah.
Like that's kind
I
of.
didn't say he was overrated. Well, he is overrated, I guess. Yeah, sure, he's overrated.
If he's
but
overrated, it's
still like my
fine.
first
But
favorite.
you
I
just
think
called
he's
him a
the
bad
third best
promo.
Yeah,
wrestler in
you
the
said he was a
business
bad promo
What?
though.
You know what I feel right now? What we should get from chat right now, Omer. We appreciate you. We love you. When you made Bryan say something nice about Jack Perry. I want to hear Kenny Bomb say something nice about my boy CM Punk.
No,
I
I
want to
can't.
hear
I would
Kenny say
never
something nice about CM Punk.
can't do that.
See, he can't do it. He can't do it, and that's a bias right there. You can't say something nice
not
about
biased.
boy
I didn't-
CM Punk.
Oh, listen, if I don't like somebody, I'm biased.
No, but I'm saying say something. You can not like somebody and
You
still
cannot
say
and
something
still give
nice
a
about
compliment,
them.
bro. You tripping?
Yeah.
CM Punk was not in the league of John Cena, Bryan Danielson.
No, we didn't say-
He was
Back
big,
in
he's
the day,
bigger than
when
Bryan
came in,
Danielson. He's bigger than Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, way bigger than Danielson.
Stop it. Stop it.
I'm saying
He's bigger than
I'm
Bryan
saying
Danielson.
Say something nice though. Just because you dislike him, you can still say something nice about him.
I thought when CM Punk used to cut those straight ass society promos with the long hair, he looked like a crackhead in the ring. Come on.
Still, you can't say something nice about the #1 merch seller.
You can't even say he's
I
a good
could say something
promo.
nice about him. His match with John Cena was good when he blew the kiss. That was a great match. That was the best CM Punk
Money in the
moment,
Bank, 2011.
It's a moment right
Yeah,
now. Kenny
that's
said
the
something
only
nice.
CM Punk piece of content
All
I
right,
was like.
all right, man. Let's get back to the
man.
promo. Let me round y'all back up. You know what I'm saying?
Do it.
Let's get back to the promo. Listen, man.
No. That's why Dubs cannot call me biased because
Here you
Kenny
go,
Omega
bruh.
is a terrible promo.
Listen,
Yeah,
bro.
Kenny
Kenny
Omega's
Omega's
terrible.
terrible.
Kenny Omega's
Because
a
Kenny
horrible
Omega's a
promo. You
terrible-
can't compare Kenny
Yeah.
Omega and Punk in terms of promo, bro. What did
No,
you
not
say?
even
like
close.
that.
No, not at
You're
all.
weird.
Kenny Omega is probably the worst promo in the business. Not good.
That's
But
going
he's
really
the
far.
best- He's one of the best
Enemy
wrestlers in the
games.
business.
All right, man. Listen,
100%.
listen. All right,
Come
man.
on, who's the worst promo than Kenny Omega? I love the guy. Love him to death.
Ricochet.
Ricochet's pretty bad.
Ricochet, yeah, Ricochet.
But I don't think he's worse than Kenny Omega, to be fair.
Yeah.
I do.
All right, man. I'm
Ricochet-
gonna listen,
Top
man.
fight. Top
The
fight.
promo. The promo of CM Punk and Cody.
I'm
Bryan.
finna turn y'all up real quick. You know what I'm saying, bro? The Cody and CM Punk promo. A lot of y'all ain't understand it like Kenny, because Kenny thinks it's mid. You know what I'm saying? But it was a
It's
good
mid.
promo. I'm gonna tell you why. If you listen to the promo, Punk was basically talking about himself to Cody. Punk was in this same exact situation Cody's in. He was getting the cover star. He was gonna be the champion, or he was the champion, or he was one of the top guys at the time. And then you got a guy like The Rock, when Punk was at the top, come in, and it's like, all right, bro, I'm finna knock you off the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just basically what it was. Shout out to Off the Top. You know what I'm saying? But basically, at that point, basically that happened with The Rock, and Punk basically said, now you got a bigger star, somebody who came back. And he basically said him, even though The Rock is obviously bigger than him. But you know what I'm saying, bro? Punk basically put himself in that situation with Cody and made it very similar, which honestly, bro, it all matches up.
great.
It all
It
matches
was
up.
fantastic.
I agree.
100%. I loved it. I
Maybe-
can't agree with you more.
Yeah, I
Can't
agree.
I
with you
didn't
more.
love it. I thought it was lazy. Every
No,
time somebody
lazy.
who
Whoa.
was around when Dusty Rhodes was around does a promo with Cody Rhodes, they do the same thing. I knew your dad. You know what your dad
Yeah,
told me?
they all got- yeah, they all gotta get the timing.
Every
Hold
time.
on, hold on.
They all gotta
What
get
would-
the timing.
Hold on. What should they do for it to not be lazy? Like, what would you consider to be better than this?
Don't
Does
mention
this work?
Dusty
Please please give me a better promo lately in AEW that has happened since that's your
don't
favorite
mention
company.
Adam Page. Adam
Swerve
Page is the
Strickland.
best promo in
Swerve
wrestling.
Strickland.
I'm talking about
Period.
recently. I'm talking about recently.
The guy who comes out there and
Swerve
cuts a
Strickland with
fiery
MJF.
promo and he's not cutting the wrestler promo. Come on, nobody's touching Adam
Bro,
Page.
what,
Period.
bro,
Yeah.
is that you not
They did not
understanding?
believe you
Oh,
believe this.
MJF too.
I literally just gave you the background though. I just gave you the background of that promo. Punk is putting himself
You
in
gave me the
Cody's
background, but
shoes,
it's the same
which he was
story
in
every time.
10 years before. No, bro, no. That's never been
It's the
talked
same
about.
story every time.
It's never
Let
been
me tell
talked
you
about.
what Dusty said. Why do we keep bringing up
We're not-
Dusty
we're
Rhodes?
not
Are we
talk-
going to get on with
Bro,
Cody Rhodes?
Dusty
All right.
was just one little part of the promo. You're missing the entire point of the
because
promo.
it was the beginning.
The
It's like,
promo,
oh, here
the
we go
point of the
again.
promo, the point of the promo was that Punk was basically saying, "I've been in your shoes before," and now I'm
Like
now
everybody
I'm on the
says, Cody
opposite
Rhodes.
side. No, nobody has ever
Didn't
mentioned.
Roman Reigns even say this to Cody Rhodes? I remember
No.
he was like, yeah, "My dad thought you were this and that." Like,
Yeah, and
No, he
that's
said
when
my
and
dad
that,
was an
Dusty Rhodes had his
electrician.
career. Why is Cody Rhodes trying to live off of Dusty Rhodes' career? If listen, these kids don't have no idea who Dusty Rhodes. I don't have no idea who Dusty Rhodes is. He was before our time.
Ooh,
yeah,
wow,
well,
not a
So
wrestling
we just bring
historian.
him up every week.
Calling out his own fandom. Wow. Clint, go ahead.
I was just
Well,
gonna
Dubs, I'm
say-
sorry if you were alive and kicking when Dusty Rhodes was around, but I
You
was
don't go
not.
back and you're not a wrestling historian. You don't know
No,
historical
I'm not a
facts, watch
historian.
old
Attitude
wrestling.
Era- well,
You-
Shawn
So you don't know
Michaels,
anything
Bret
about
Hart
Hulk
era
Hogan and Andre the
forward.
Giant. Anyways, Clint, Clint, what
Nope,
did you want to
Andre
say?
the Giant, Hulk Hogan, not
Clint,
interested.
go ahead.
We go from Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart forward.
A lot of the
Period.
younger audience probably doesn't know who Dusty Rhodes is, so they're making the young audience aware of who he is. They want to drive
Do you
that
think
point
these
home.
kids are going to go to the WWE Network or on YouTube?
He's
like,
going to
let's
be in the
look up
video
Dusty
game.
Rhodes
They're going to be like,
matches.
"Oh, that's Dusty's dad. Maybe it's marketing."
That
He
is
did
that
mention
is a
the
good
game.
point. That is a good
Exactly.
point because
There's
that's
a
the type of
He's a
generation we're
pre-order,
in.
yeah,
Like
bruh.
you may not know something at first, but I'm telling you, once the kid clicks on something, they're like, okay, then they really deep dive.
Yeah.
And like I said, there may be some little pieces in there where you're like, they could have hit harder, they could have jabbed harder, there could have been more blows. Pause. But at the same time, out of that whole entire show, that was the best part of Monday Night Raw.
I agree.
And another
Yes.
thing that I will
yes.
say that
100%
I am
can agree
absolutely
with you on
loving
that.
about Royal Rumble season is the fact that they're not announcing the whole entire men's Royal
Thank
Rumble
God
ahead of
for
time. You're not
that.
announcing 25 out of 30 men's wrestlers already. I love
want
that.
surprises.
I love that. Keep
I
it
want
kind of a
surprises.
mystery.
Yes,
Can you
I
imagine
want
if
surprise
Bobby
action.
Lashley-
Keep it a mystery,
There is
but
breaking news though. Hulk Hogan is going to be in the Royal Rumble.
all right, everybody, that was off the top. Thank y'all.
Keep
for
that, keep that, please.
What's that? Spoilers?
You can
What's
really
going
I'm
on?
just
walk,
playing.
bro.
No, that's
You
not a
can keep
spoiler. That's
that,
a
brother.
teaser. That's a
I'm
teaser.
gonna walk out the building, brother. I might jump the barricade.
Bro, stop saying that, bro. Before
He
you
said he's going to be a
you get
surprise
yourself
entrant
banned.
if Hulk Hogan walks
Oh,
down
Brian,
there.
you're gonna be lucky. You're gonna be
Zuchka
surprised. I'm
Okada
gonna
to the
jump it one
Royal
day.
Rumble
What you say?
confirmed.
Oh, you're right.
If Hulk
Zuchka
Hogan
Okada
comes
to the
out,
Royal Rumble confirmed.
if Hulk Hogan comes
Oh,
out, I'm
hey,
running
Okada
over to
might
Kenny's
pop out.
seat.
That's a good.
Can you imagine having to book that match? All the little details with all the different storylines and everything. That booking that
Patterson
match
was a
alone
master.
is going to be a super nightmare.
Pat
I'm
Patterson
sure
was
they
a
used to
master
it
of
after
that.
luck.
What talking
they
about
said,
what, the Rumble?
6 years so far?
Rumble.
Remember when they let Shane McMahon book it? And what
Oh,
happened?
jeez.
Oh yeah.
Because
Didn't he get fired
Rumbles are
after
hard
that?
to book.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, he did.
Because he put himself at like
fired.
number 30, bro. Nobody want to see your old. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
Yeah.
bro. Get up out of here,
Oh,
man.
Zuchka
That was a
Okada
fever
number
Man,
30.
dream. That was a
Hey,
fever dream.
Hold
Do
on,
we
so-
think?
so
Do we
is the
think we're going to
Okada
see
thing official?
Kazuchika Okada? Do we think? No, I'm saying. Do we think we're going to see
Okada,
him?
Okada will be
Contract ends
debuting in
31.
NXT.
No.
That's already announced.
No
if he does.
way.
No,
that
wait,
was an
wait,
error.
wait, wait.
I think that was.
Okada's
He would not
contract
go to
ends
WWE for that.
at the end of the month,
he
not
knows
27.
that.
Hold on,
His
y'all. Hold
contract
on.
ends on the 31st.
One mic,
He
kiddo.
knows that.
I was just saying Okada's contract ends at the end of the month, like 31st or whatever, not 27th.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's already been said that if Okada goes to WWE, he will start in NXT, and he's very
Yeah,
well
I heard
aware of
that
that.
too.
No,
That's
there's
a
no
report.
way. There's absolutely no way.
I don't
to do
believe
that.
that.
I wouldn't
Kero.
do that.
I don't agree with
Kero.
it. I don't agree with it.
Okada starting
You
in
can't do that.
NXT.
Kero,
They said
we
that he would
already
start
know.
for just a couple like weeks just to get him in the mix with how WWE works.
No, he needs
I
to
don't
stay
think they should do that.
backstage.
I don't think they should do that. That's gonna.
Yeah, I
agree.
tarnish his name.
That's
It-
like
it tarnishes
bringing
his
John
star
Cena
power.
to AEW and debuting
Yeah.
him on Rampage.
I agree.
New-
I-
New
What are you doing?
well, Rampage and
New
NXT
Japan
very
Pro
different.
New Japan Pro Wrestling already lets their guys show up in AEW and wherever else while they're under contract. Will
That's
Ospreay
true.
signed his deal months before his contract's up, so I could easily see if Okada is signing to WWE, him still showing up at the Rumble.
That's a
regardless
great
if his
point.
contract is up.
That's
I mean,
a
I
great
can-
point.
I mean, I can see Okada. If I think you give Okada a Rumble debut, kind of like AJ Styles back in 2016.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's
you
what
gotta
I'm
give him that
saying.
type
Even-
of
That's what
Crowd is
I'm
gonna be
saying.
smart.
if
They're
he's-
gonna
That's
know
what
who
I'm
he
saying.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, even if he's
People
not
at Rumble
necessarily.
Rumble crowd will go crazy for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
So
seeing
I'm
hearing
gonna
I
be
would
honest
love it,
though,
dude.
like it does, like Kero said, and I 1000% agree. And I don't agree with starting him off in NXT. Like, but
Don't do it.
yeah, it tarnishes his star power, bro. He don't seem like a star coming up, like starting at NXT. Like, I don't know, all that work that he put
AJ
in.
Styles
and
skipped NXT. AJ
Yeah.
Styles skipped it. I don't. Okada should get the same treatment
I
AJ
agree.
Styles got.
I agree.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that too.
Although he would have a banger match with Dragunov, though. Man.
He'd have a banger match with
Main roster.
everybody on that roster.
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
Dragunov and Okada, boy, oh boy, that'd be crazy.
Boy.
Man,
Man, Brian, you
Oh
ain't
my
never seen an
God,
Okada
over
match
here.
before.
I've seen Okada matches before.
I've never seen
He's
Okada.
wrestled in AEW. What are you
I-
talking
I
about?
just-
He's wrestled That's what Daniel
WWE,
said.
y'all.
From
He been
mid
watching
card.
before.
before.
You wrestled him at Forbidden Door.
I would love to see a Dragunov in him match though. I ain't gonna lie, that'd be tough.
I mean, and even I'm gonna say this last thing, and even if he's not an entrant in the Royal Rumble, even if he's not an entrant, if you just pan the camera to him backstage or the lights go out and you just hear that coin, I'm telling you, the crowd is going to go absolutely
if you have him at the Rumble at all, you have him in the match. You definitely.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the coin.
I will jump off my seat and my window at the same time.
I didn't know he was like a money guy. So the Rainmaker is like referring.
Yeah, he got dollars falling out the sky.
Yeah, he's got dollars.
I never knew that.
His entrance. Yeah, his entrance.
Yeah,
that's because
I only seen like one of his matches with Kenny Omega. That's it.
Yeah,
the whole
you just watch the entrances.
Match.
He has very elaborate entrances at Wrestle Kingdom, oftentimes, as everybody does.
Well, could you imagine a WrestleMania entrance?
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy, man. Awesome.
So Jay, are you a Okada fan? You watch any New Japan?
I mean, yeah, I've caught a couple of things. I can't tell you how I've seen them, but I've seen a couple of pay-per-views. We ain't gonna get into that. Probably about the same way that Bryan does, but
yeah,
we ain't gonna get into that.
Yeah, so I think Okada. So y'all think he's a lock for WWE, not AEW?
See, I don't know. It depends. I don't think he's a lock.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
I don't know.
I don't think he's a lock, but
if you want, everybody has an opinion on it. Let's start with Clint. I'm gonna just go in order my screen. You think Okada goes to AEW or shows up in the E?
I think currently AEW is not the hot place right now because of all.
Oh, come on, we didn't ask for the shots.
But I think he's gonna go to WWE or maybe TNA or something. But
nah, TNA.
No.
I don't know.
He go to TNA. That's career.
Let's go ahead and move on to Jay. Jay, what do you think?
He was already in TNA, and they didn't do anything with him.
Hold on, Mr.Dubbs. Hold on.
Oh no, I was gonna say honestly, man. Like I said, I've been on X. Like y'all can quote me on this. I didn't think he had a Jamaican's tank top and chance of going to WWE. Honestly, like I was like, there's no way he's gonna show up in WWE. But I don't know, man. I'm leaning more so towards AEW, just because I just feel like that's the safest bet for him. But
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
all right. That's a good point. What do you got, Bryan?
I think he goes to WWE, bro. I'm not gonna lie. There's gonna be no better just scenery of seeing dollar bills fall out the sky to WrestleMania entrance, bro. Like, come on, let's keep it a buck. You want to go to the big leagues, you go to WWE. You want to stay in the indies, you go to AEW.
Whoa, come on.
To me,
it sounds good in theory, but
let's go ahead and move on to Kenny Bond. Kenny Bond, what do you think? Well, you know what? He was already in AEW. He had a stint in AEW. I think Kero told me that his dream was to do WrestleMania. Which one of y'all told me that?
Might have been me.
That was Kero.
Yeah. And if Triple H knows that, then he's going to get him over there. So he's already been in AEW. So you know what? I think I would like to see him in WWE. If that was your dream, man, go live your dream. So send Okada to WWE. Kero Seto, what do you think?
Man, he has already been in AEW and he saw what was there. Like, he got hugged by Tony Khan and he was extremely uncomfortable. I don't think he's looking forward to doing that ever again in his entire life.
Why AEW catches so many strays? I was nice to WWE in my Go ahead, kid.
Brother, you don't got too many bad things to talk about, buddy. Continue though.
But isn't him and Will Ospreay close though?
Where you going this week, Kenny? Hold on, Carol.
Hold on, man. Get Kid on his mic.
Hold on. Kenny, where you going this week? Let's
get Kid on his mic.
You going to a WWE PLE, my boy. Show it.
Kiddo, I'm sorry these guys are cutting you off, man. I don't know what's going on.
Man.
He was in Dynamite this week.
Go ahead, Kiddo.
Welcome to my world, Kero.
So, I have friends from Japan. They don't really follow wrestling, but they know about Kazuchika Okada. Kazuchika Okada's position in Japan is literally a king. Like, that's the highest position you can ever get to in pro wrestling. For him to leave that ever, that's never been done before, by the way. Not by Misato Misawa, not by anybody, not any big Japanese wrestler ever. For him to do that, he's not going to AEW.
Wow.
He's going to main event WrestleMania.
You're really taking a dump on Nakamura when he
I was about to say Nakamura was up there, right?
Nakamura was so popular over Okada and stuff that they had to make the Intercontinental title. That remember when they did a vote, should it be the Intercontinental title match or the World title match be the main event? And Tanahashi and Nakamura got the main event slot over Okada for the main belt because Nakamura was more popular. So don't tell me they didn't
WWE did to Nakamura.
No, I'm just saying
Nakamura. Okay, that's fair enough. That slipped my mind. Okay.
Nakamura was as big a star at that time when he left.
Fair enough. You know, that's what my mind happens, man. We're doing it live, but it's the same situation still. Look at what Nakamura went to WWE. Look, Okada is going to
what happened to him?
That's fine. It was under Triple H. I mean, Vince McMahon.
We'll see what happens to Okada.
We've seen what happened with Nakamura under Triple H. I think it's been 100 times.
I think it's been fantastic. Everything
We'll
I've
see
seen of
what happens
Nakamura
to-
since
we'll see what happens. No, it's too late for
since I-
Nakamura. It's
No,
too
but
late.
we're not-
That's not the
Oh,
point, though. That's
man,
not the
too
point, though.
late.
You know,
Damn it,
I'm a
good.
Lions
It's
fan,
late.
though.
I think
Nakamura
the point is
goes
that
to
they can finally
WWE.
do right. They can finally do right next time. I think
When he
that's
goes to
more
the
point.
WWE, they're gonna reform Chaos with Nakamura. Maybe add someone else too. So even Nakamura will
That'll be
benefit from
bad.
Okada.
That will be terrible. I would keep Okada away from Nakamura
Please.
Actually,
because
me
you're
too.
bringing
Yeah.
Okada down to Nakamura's level if you do that.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Loaded
I
with-
do
That's a
agree.
good point. That's a good point. You made a good point. Finally, you made a good point.
Good point.
Brian trying. Okay, Brian.
Well,
the main
come
event's
on,
coming
man.
up, y'all. The main event's
Yeah, we
coming.
gotta hurry up, bro. I'm hungry, bro. But
What you got loaded?
But Tony Khan will probably offer Okada the most money, but don't go there, bro. Go to WWE. You know, where the big boys play, where there's more viewers, where they got
Nice shot.
Another shot.
My
Where they,
God.
where they got a full crowd, where they have WrestleMania, which is
Yep.
bigger than any of AEW shows. I mean, make the
Yeah.
smart move and go to WWE.
Wise, not attendance wise.
Take a chance, take a risk, and go to WWE. Don't go to AEW. He was already on AEW, so it's not gonna feel special.
Yeah, nah. Go to WWE,
It's definitely
man.
a risk. You're right. Take a chance, take a risk because in
Yeah.
WWE,
Just sign like a
it's
3
probably
year.
not going to go well for him.
Sign like a
How
You're
3
saying
year
he's
deal.
not gonna get
It's
lost
not-
in
it's
the
not
shuffle
gonna
in
go well in
AEW like
AEW for him
every
neither.
single person.
Look at what they did to Jay White. Jay White holding Ring of Honor belts right now. Ain't nobody want to see that, man.
I
Come
would
on.
say Jay White's just not a star to begin with. I don't care where he was at.
No,
If
he was
in
a star
WWE,
before. He wasn't treated like when he came over.
Was he a star?
No, sir.
I like Jay White before.
He
I'm
was.
not
He
gonna
was
lie, I
better
liked him.
than.
But now they got him holding Ring of Honor
Everybody
belts,
else
title
is,
that shouldn't even be on
Oh, I
TV.
forgot, Brian. You watch New Japan every week. You were
No,
a
I
big
don't.
star.
But no, I'm not saying that at all. I actually like Jay White though. I seen some of his work, bro.
Mr. Dubbs,
I don't like how you
where
trying to
you
do
got
that to
Okada?
discredit my
Hey,
to discredit me, bro. I don't like that.
Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Got the main event.
I will be the first to admit I didn't watch New Japan every week. I don't watch the G1 every year. I'll find the
Watch that
matches
all.
that John Pollock and Wei Ting might suggest a match from the G1, and I'll go actively seek that out. But I've been following Wrestle Kingdoms and watching the Wrestle Kingdoms every year, long before AEW was a thing. I've watched Okada's rise year after year as far as being the main event or getting there. He had kind of a John Cena and a Roman Reigns problem where they were trying to push him as the main event and the fans didn't want him yet. And then after year after year after year of forcing him that Roman Reigns treatment, he finally became that giant megastar that they wanted. So I've thought it was fascinating. I think he's just coming off his peak. I think it's going to be downhill for him from here, like Nakamura. I don't think you're going to see the same Okada 6-star, 7-star, 20-star match that you've seen for the last several years, no matter where he goes. It doesn't matter where he goes. I don't think you're getting that. The same way we didn't get that Kenny Omega in AEW. So I don't think, I would personally, surprisingly, would like to see him in WWE. I would love to see him in AEW regardless because I enjoy AEW as a product on a more regular basis. But just because I've seen him in matches with guys I would like to see, like Bryan Danielson and stuff like that, and because of the cross promotion with New Japan, I've already gotten to see a lot of the dream matches that I would want from AEW. So to me, it's just for the pure selfish fact that I want to see him in there with CM Punk. I want to see him in there with Cody Rhodes. I want to see him in there with Roman Reigns. I want to see him in there with Solo Sikoa and Jey Uso and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and I want to see what they do with him. I'm a lapsed fan from WWE. I'll be the first to admit I don't know how badly they traded Nakamura for the last several years. I was sad when he didn't beat AJ Styles for the title at Mania, but the little bit that I watched over the last few months catching up on WWE, seeing those cool vignettes and the anime stuff that they were doing with Nakamura, I thought they're treating Nakamura way better now than they were treating him under Vince McMahon. So that does give me hope that they can do a better way of presenting Okada, but I hope they present him right away as a top star and he wrestles like Brock Lesnar and has a great showing and maybe even beats him. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see him at that top level. And don't you dare put him in there anywhere near Nakamura or jobber guys or R-Truth. Keep him at the top level. You need to keep exactly.
What you got,
you
UTV?
put him in there.
Okay.
Because Mr. Dubbs is about to blow a gasket over here. What you got, UTV?
I pretty much feel the same. I mean, you take a loss here and there, but you got to start him off hot. You got to keep him at that mountaintop. You got to treat him like the man he is. This is the Rainmaker. This is Okada. Treat him like a king. Now, when it comes to starting in NXT, I don't know about that, but wherever he ends up in WWE, I do think he will shine regardless. When this rumor first started, yes, I initially did want him in AEW, but I'm thinking of it from a wrestler's perspective. When you first start your indie career, or wherever you're starting at, your dream, I'm just keeping it real, wherever part of the world you're from, is to main event a WrestleMania, or just be a part of a WrestleMania in general. As much as I love AEW, WWE will and always will be the big leagues. I'm just keeping it real. So
especially for
I'm definitely excited for this. Yeah, but also what a lot of people glanced over, Okada actually was heavily influenced by Shawn Michaels, so that could play a big part in this. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Sounds like he's a WWE mark. So I think that's where he should go.
Kushida back in the day so much. It's the same thing with Okada happening right now. Also, look at how Shinsuke, going back to that, how he was treated when he first came to NXT. He was treated exactly the way you guys wanted him to be. So I have full confidence that.
Yeah, Shinsuke was good in NXT. When he got to that main roster, it was cancel Christmas on for my boy.
It was absolutely.
All right. Real quick, great way to book Okada is if he shows up in the Rumble, right? He eliminates Gunther, and they set up him and Gunther at WrestleMania, and he's the one that dethroned Gunther. How would that was super propelling because nobody's been able to beat Gunther. What do you guys think on that? That's
continental level.
That title is worth a lot
I
more
think
right
where
now,
he shows up is going to slot him in a spot, and you got to be careful.
I don't stay away from that.
No,
I say
I absolutely
any titles. I'd rather him
disagree.
show up against Randy Orton or AJ Styles or something than be slotted at a title level.
No, I mean AJ Styles is not even. I don't know how you can say not against Gunther, but then against AJ Styles. AJ Styles hasn't been
the
the
United
same
States champion. That's putting him in a
Gunther's
category.
the Intercontinental champion, and he's never been
Intercontinental.
beaten.
I don't even know what I said.
Actual main roster. You actually haven't beaten. That title is very prestigious right now. I would say it's even worth more than that world heavyweight title Seth Rollins holds.
I agree, actually. He can continue what Gunther is doing. He can continue what Gunther is doing when he wins the title. It'd be great.
And be undefeated. And then if he drops it, he'll just be propelled to the main title at that point.
So you guys are saying put him in WWE and put the Intercontinental title on him.
I mean, you got to understand the guy that he's beating.
I just need to know that's what y'all are saying right now.
It's the guy that he's
beating.
beating.
Bring New Japan's John Cena to WWE and put the Intercontinental title on him. Is that what y'all telling me right now?
That's so crazy.
It's the guy
that's not even the same.
So
that's not even remotely the same thing. You're framing it so wrong.
Yeah, you're not understanding the context behind the title. It's Gunther we're talking about. He has not been beat by any main roster guy. He is coming in. No, he's Okada's coming in and doing something that the roster has not been able to do.
Right now, Seth Rollins
doesn't care. Yeah, so would I. The average fan
Seth
doesn't care
about
over
him.
I mean, you don't care because you're not watching the product week to week, bro. So you don't care.
If you want the dollars for WrestleMania,
what do you mean?
Who's going to be
watching? What do you mean? I don't watch
They care about who's a top star.
What are you talking about? Gunther is viewed as a top star. They were going to propel him into the world heavyweight title.
Not by the casual people.
Not at all. Not even close to it.
So Okada comes in and beats Roman Reigns. That's what y'all telling me.
No, you don't put him against Roman Reigns.
So who does he wrestle? So who does he wrestle? Please enlighten me.
You put him on a run. You put him against guys
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
Yeah,
AJ
Styles is not him no more.
AJ Styles would cook.
AJ Styles is not him no more.
Tell me
AJ Styles is don't talk about my boy AJ.
I like AJ Styles.
It's been 2000.
You're crazy if you don't think AJ Styles and Okada would be a banger at WrestleMania and a great way to put Okada over.
Great main event. Great main event.
There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee.
Brian, what are you saying right now? Are you saying AJ Styles isn't on a championship level?
I don't think so anymore.
Who's facing Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble?
And that's fine. LA Knight is also there too. I don't think he's championship level. I don't think LA Knight is championship level anymore. I don't think that AJ Styles is there anymore. To me, popularity wise, AJ is not there. Just like you don't see what I be talking about. What are you talking about? Just like you don't see it.
WWE,
AJ is still that guy, bro. AJ is still that guy.
AJ, bro, I don't want to hear, bro.
Look at the chat. AJ Styles is a legend. AJ Styles is the man.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing that he's not a legend, but I just don't think that AJ Styles is all that at this stage in his career. I'm sorry.
Oh, y'all, do y'all hear Bryan? Do y'all hear Bryan right now?
I disagree. He has not done anything, but now he's coming back, and in the future you can build him up to that. But like he's not been doing anything.
At this stage right now.
AJ Styles is always in the championship conversation. You could put him in there with Roman Reigns at any time.
Bro, what has AJ Styles done? He couldn't even get the OC to work in the past year.
Those are the type of guys you want to put Okada in there with. You don't want to put him in there with Gunther because now he's at Ricochet's level. He's at whoever's fighting Gunther.
Oh, like Gunther Ricochet level is just insane. You just
How is it insane? I'd rather see a Ricochet match than a Gunther match.
Why isn't if Gunther is the top star, the top dog? Why isn't he in there with Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble?
This is why y'all watch AEW, bro. This is why you watch AEW, bro.
No, like we know him.
Gunther is the biggest household draw in the world. You're right.
Yeah,
that's why we watch
who
AEW.
said that though?
We
Who
don't
said that though?
We don't think
Who said that?
Who
said that though?
Tickets off the top. Like Jesus
Nobody
Christ.
said he's selling tickets.
We're
I'm just
saying we want to see Okada with the top
y'all just
stars. You're
compared.
saying he's the
You just
top
compared an
star.
apple to an orange and Ricochet and
No, I
Gunther.
didn't.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. That's just dumb. That's a dumb opinion, bro. That's a dumb opinion.
You're saying he's a top star.
I'm not saying he's a top star, but he's a guy that the main roster has not managed to be.
Okay, that's all I'm
saying.
asking.
We want to see him with top stars.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. So Gunther's not it. You just agreed. So he shouldn't go against Gunther. You're agreeing that he's not a top star. So there you go. You just called yourself.
I mean, is it more so about the narrative though?
Excuse me.
Exactly.
That's just a dumb opinion, but I'll let y'all have it.
You just said it yourself. You said he's not
Bryan, they're right in this one. I'm sorry. Like,
Kero, the voice of reason.
Just like
you gotta think of this one. Yeah.
I just said y'all can have it, bro.
Hey, Bryan, it's a fact though. You just said Gunther's not a top star.
I already told you can have it. I'm not arguing no more.
In there with somebody who's not a top star.
I'm not arguing no more. I'm not. Gunther's on his way to being a top star, bro. You put him against Okada.
On his way.
It propels them both. He hasn't been beaten in the main roster yet. He hasn't.
But see, that's the thing.
So if he comes in and does that alone makes him stand out.
Get in there. Jay, what you got to say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say. I mean, that's the thing I'm talking about. Is it more so the fact that he's facing Gunther, or is it the narrative of the undefeated thing?
That's what I'm saying. The narrative alone would propel him if he beats him. He's the first guy to do it in the main roster.
I would agree with you if he
Clint,
wasn't
the
Intercontinental champion.
You made a great point.
But he's slotted at a level right now with that belt. You can't do that.
I don't think he's slotted anywhere.
He's slotted in the Intercontinental mid-card title level.
I think it's the second important title, most important title in the WWE.
Second most important title.
It'd be great if he came in and did that. But hey, if you bring him in in the biggest way possible. Don't just Gunther would be great. Like I said.
Do you see? Is Brock Lesnar going to face Gunther for that Intercontinental title?
He probably.
Hold on, I want to
probably will at Mania.
Go ahead, finish. He said, "I want to hear your opinion on who he should come against." No, that was my point,
man. Like, if you can get him against The Rock, get him against The Rock. Give him the biggest thing that you can possibly give. Gunther would be great. I would enjoy that. But yeah, give him the biggest thing that you can possibly give. Whatever that is. Is it a World Championship match? Whatever. Like, you got to make him a star. Like, if Chris Jericho debuted against, I don't know, Kenzo Suzuki in the Attitude Era instead of The Rock, what kind of an impression would that make? I'm not saying Gunther isn't at the same level.
No, I get what you're saying.
You gotta get him in there in a big way.
I get what you're saying. I think I just had to agree with Clint with that, saying that if he beats Gunther, that alone is big for him. That was my point.
And then also you got to think about too, like how exactly does he beat Gunther? I mean, is it more so like does he dominate him, or like, I mean, because that could kind of tell a narrative too. I mean, if he comes in and just like totally outclasses this guy, that is undefeated. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess I don't know.
They could do the Ultimate Warrior method where he came in and wiped out Honky Tonk Man.
And you know what? I get that, but the problem is if he comes in there and just destroys Gunther, like runs through him, boom. Now what? You're plagued with the Intercontinental Champion.
Fact.
Like, you're the Intercontinental Champion now. You're a mid-carder. In
Gunther?
order for
You
you to
know-
get to Roman Reigns, you have to lose that.
And you know how fickle the WWE universe gets at times. The minute Gunther loses that belt, oh, he's trash now. He's nothing. He's worthless. A lot of people will
They
think that
buried
way, bro.
Gunther.
You know
They
what's gonna
buried
happen.
him.
Yeah.
Oh, they buried him. The golden shovel. You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I
100%.
don't know. I think Gunther will still be fun after a loss. He got to lose someday. I'm not gonna say.
I think
Yeah, but not
Kevin
the
Owens,
Okada who
Sami
should be at the top
Zayn.
of the card.
But
I
my
think
thing is,
Okada would have
so what are you
great
doing?
matches
You
with
having
these
him
guys.
beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania?
No,
Like,
you bring him
let's
in
say-
there and put him against your top stars, your AJ Styles, your Randy Orton.
Yes.
If you want to
Yes.
consider LA Knight one of those guys, you put him in there with him. But you don't, Drew McIntyre, you don't put him in there with Gunther.
Just like how they
Yeah.
did with AJ Styles back in the day, right?
Yeah. AJ Styles
And then
came in there and
AJ
he
Styles
was
won that title.
having
He
good
won,
matches
and then he
with
won the belt.
Dean
AJ
Ambrose,
Styles won the belt after he lost
Yeah.
to Roman first, but he went back and won that belt.
but they didn't put him in that Intercontinental slot. That's how you protect him
Exactly.
to get him on the road to winning that title.
On a side topic, you guys, I hate UPS. This happens all the time. It says to me, I looked on their website, customer was not available when they attempted delivery. I've got a sign on my door and everything, just saying, buzz my apartment. My phone's been next to me this whole time. They never buzz. I hate that stuff.
Shout out
Hate
to
it.
UPS.
Yeah,
I hate
it sucks.
UPS.
It sucks. Now you got to go to the shop or wait
Yeah.
for them to bring it back
That's
and
so
say you
far-
went home
it's
again.
so
And they send
far
it back to the
away.
shipper. Shout out to UPS. I know y'all watching this podcast, so y'all got to get it together.
That's tough.
But let's go ahead and move on to the main event because we are
Do it,
going
man.
on 2 hours. I don't know if
Yeah,
Bryan got
yeah.
enough in him for the main event now because we already beat him down pretty
Ooh-wee.
bad. The Rock
I
said
don't get
on
paying
Stephen A's show, they asked him, "Will you be facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania or whatever?" And The Rock said something like, "I'm a long-term guy. This is the biggest match we can do at WrestleMania, so pretty much let's do it."
Mhm.
So it sounds like, again, it's not 100% confirmed, but The Rock is on the board of directors now. If he tells them this is the biggest WrestleMania match we can make, because they said The Rock wants to do it. Dave Meltzer said The Rock is pushing to get that match this year, but the WWE guys want him to do Saudi Arabia. So if The Rock wants Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, it's going to happen. So it looks like it's Taco Kid. I saw you ask in the chat. Cody Rhodes will not be finishing the story this year at WrestleMania. What do you guys think about that? Let's go ahead and start with UTV this time.
This whole thing is just driving me for a loop. Like, oh my goodness, it's like, is Cody gonna finish the story? Is Cody not gonna finish the story? The Rock is always popping back up at the perfect time, and then it's like, oh, he's not gonna participate in WrestleMania. It's like, you just never know. But I mean, it's The Rock at the end of the day. I think, hey, he's the board of directors now. If he really wants that, I think he can probably make it happen. I mean, it'll suck to see Cody not win the championship this year, but hey, it'll be finally good to get that match out the way instead of just, 10 years down the line. Damn, I wonder what that match would have been like.
Yeah, true.
Yep. What do you think about it? Let's see, Mr. Dubbs.
I honestly, it's the biggest match they can make. There's talks, obviously, Saudi Arabia always wants the biggest matches. They've wanted The Rock for years. The Rock says he wants to do it at WrestleMania, and I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to him. WWE wants to put on this match wherever they can have it. They would most likely probably want it at Saudi Arabia if it means more money to them. I'm saying WWE specifically, but it's in The Rock's hands, really. If The Rock wants to let Cody finish the story, then The Rock can say, Cody, you go finish your story. But if he says, I'm going to go sell my t-shirts now that I own the branding, then, I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be at WrestleMania. I think makes the most sense to do it at this WrestleMania and obviously not wait for another year because you never know what's going to happen with his schedule. But I think we're going to get into this year's WrestleMania. Again, Saudi Arabia could offer him enough money to sway his decision, but I mean, the guy's so well off that I don't think that's going to matter. And I think the biggest stage, tell that story at WrestleMania. And again, it's passing the torch to Roman because I don't think The Rock's going over by any stretch. I think Roman goes over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think for sure. I think we're going to get it. I think it's probably about an 80-20, 85-15.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
You know what I mean? I think we're in that range, but I'm definitely leaning on the side that we're getting it at this WrestleMania.
All right, I like it, Mr. Dubbs. Loaded is a beast. What do you think? Do we get The Rock versus Roman Reigns, or do we get Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes?
The Rock is facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, bro. You gotta do it this year. I don't know what's gonna go on with what Cody's gonna do. I don't know what he's gonna do. Maybe they'll wait till next year. But will people care about him finishing the story next year? I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, we don't know who's gonna win the Rumble. It could be The Rock. He could make a surprise appearance.
Oh God.
He could.
He could make a surprise appearance, and he could win.
Insane. Could you imagine that moment? The Rock coming out at number 30 in his tights and trunks.
Oh my
Tights.
God.
The booze.
Could you imagine when Cody finishes the story on the debut episode of Raw on Netflix?
Oh no.
Hey, I'm with it as long as it's not WrestleMania. What do you think, Kero?
I'm thinking The Rock saying that this is the biggest thing we can do with his own freaking mouth, like, is very, very telling. And it's a big indication that this is happening at WrestleMania, man. I mean, it does make sense. Cody, everybody likes Cody, right? Everybody knows Cody in the wrestling sphere, but everybody in the world knows about The Rock. And hey, if you want to pass the torch to Roman Reigns, I mean, their stories are super similar right now. Roman, just like Rock, came in, hated. Now he changed completely and is one of the biggest wrestlers of his generation.
Right.
He's more serious now. He's doing backstage stuff as well. We could see the Roman Reigns in Hollywood. We could see him doing more business stuff like The Rock when he gets a little older. Like, that is totally possible. So this will be a passing of the torch, not just in wrestling means, but like basically, hey, you're the next in line. You're the next big person for our family. So I think it's very important. And it's super personal for Rock, who has a lot more power than we thought now with the news coming out. So it makes it even more likely in my eyes that we're going to see this thing at WrestleMania. And yeah, it could happen this year, man. I really believe it. We got still the Royal Rumble. Like, you guys just said he can come back at the Royal Rumble. Elimination Chambers, I think we got a couple of months still to make this happen. And all we need is just one segment, really. All we need is just one segment. Yeah, and the last thing I'll say is that even last year, at a random SmackDown close to WrestleMania, The Rock was supposed to show up, and they were supposed to have this like tribal meeting or whatever, and it got canceled last second. Because the match got canceled for WrestleMania last second. So, I mean, this thing was going to happen last year if it was possible, if things didn't change. So right now, while they still have the chance, while The Rock is not a skeleton, an old man, I think they're gonna pull the trigger. I think they're gonna do it.
You know what? I agree with you 100% for a lot of the same reasons. It's either this year or maybe no year, because The Rock is getting older. He's not getting younger. You can't push this match off to next year, and you don't know what condition The Rock is going to be in as he gets into an older man. So if you have The Rock in 2024, which we now know they have The Rock locked in, you put this match on, because this is the biggest match you could ever have. If you don't get this match, it's going to be like The Undertaker versus Sting, the match that everybody wanted to see, but we never got. So if it's in the books, if it's on the cards, then you got to do it. I'm sorry, Cody Rhodes. You can finish the story at Survivor Series. You can finish at SummerSlam whenever Roman Reigns crushes Hulk Hogan's record, but I don't think it's going to be at WrestleMania. Let's go ahead and move on to Jay. What do you think?
Business wise, I mean, like they were saying, I mean, it does make more sense, Rock versus Roman. I don't know, man. I'm kind of torn though, because
did y'all hear that? I'm sorry.
Did y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rock and Roman.
All right. We got a winner. Let's go ahead and move on to Clint. Where are we going for WrestleMania, and where should we go for WrestleMania? Should we do The Rock versus Roman, or what's going on here?
Well, you know how I like to book stuff in my head, so let me throw this at you. All right, so Cody finishes the story this year with The Rock's help fighting off the bloodline, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's going to be some sort of fallout, no matter how over Cody is. When Roman loses that title to whoever, there will be a fallout of fans or whatever, because, you finally lost it. Cool, I don't have to watch it anymore for a while. And then we'll have to see what kind of champion Cody will be. So I think they build this up to maybe SummerSlam, although it has to be WrestleMania. I know it's the frickin' Rock and it's WrestleMania 40, but hear me out. They build this out throughout the year because it doesn't need the championship. Rock and Roman, they're both huge, right? And this could be a retirement match next WrestleMania. Rock versus Roman. That's what I think.
You know what? I got to touch on that for a second because I think it does need the title. If The Rock's saying this is going to be the biggest match in history, it has to have the title because it has to be the main event. It has to. And I don't think you should put any match on the main event that's not for one of the biggest titles.
Exactly.
I think it needs the title. It elevates the title as well. So
100%.
I don't know. Now, it's pretty much clean across the board. Everybody says it should be The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Let's go ahead and get to Bryan.
Oh man, better the
Bryan,
hour. Here we go.
It's not everybody. It's me and Clint against everybody. Let's get that straight. He said Cody, man. So listen,
I'm counting his vote as a Rock.
this ain't gonna happen this year, bro. I don't care what y'all got to say. I don't care if it's 100 versus 150.
Wait. I need you to break it down. I don't know what you're talking about. What's going to happen this year? The Rock versus Roman?
Cody Rhodes and Roman is gonna happen this year. The Rock already said in his interview. He already said in his interview that he's a long-term guy. He wants to have a building. He said this before. Yeah. He said this last year as well when the match got canceled. He said the reason why he didn't do it was because there wasn't a proper build and there wasn't enough time for the build that he wanted. He already said it last year.
Good point.
The perfect scenario here on my end is sort of like what Clint said, and I've said it before. I think the Bloodline will come out. I think The Rock's music is going to hit. The Rock is going to even out that match for it to be Roman versus Cody. Cody's still going to win clean. He's not going to win dirty. And that's just what's going to happen, and that's going to set it up. Now, you mentioned earlier, because we were talking about this in the chat, that you cannot build this up off a Roman loss. They did this with John Cena when he lost against The Miz. You can't get worse than that.
John Cena.
You can't get worse than that. The Rock literally screwed John Cena, and they built this up to the year after. Then John Cena lost again, and they built it up again. So you can't tell me that they can't do this.
Let's talk about that. So John Cena was taking losses, though. John Cena was taking losses back then. John Cena has never in his career been on a run like Roman Reigns is on right now. No. John Cena has never held a title as long as Roman Reigns has held this title. Never. So beating Roman Reigns right now is a lot different than beating John Cena back then. So that argument is...
But your point, I'm not arguing. You're arguing about you can't build this up off of a loss. Yes, you can. They don't need a title. The whole point. All right, let me ask you a question. Has The Rock mentioned anything about the WWE title, or has he been talking about the head of the table? What has he been talking about? Let me know.
He didn't really talk about anything. He said, "Should I go to the bar?"
No, he tweeted head of the table. He tweeted head of the table. He tweeted head of the table. Exactly. So he's only talked about head of the table. He has not mentioned anything about wanting to be the champion.
The head of the table.
No, it's not, bro. The point is that the bloodline. No, Roman Reigns has established himself as the king of the bloodline, the best of the bloodline. That is the whole point. No, it's not because of the champion.
Yeah, being the champion makes him the head of the table.
Have done that.
Cody Rhodes beats him. How can you lose the title and say I'm the head of the table? Like, bro,
I'm not arguing with y'all.
Just like when he beat the Undertaker and said, it's my yard now. Listen, it's the same thing. Just like he beat the Undertaker and said, it's my yard now. If Cody Rhodes beats him, I'm the head of the table now.
So Kenny, if Jey Uso had the world title and Roman didn't have a title, would Roman still be the head of the table? I think not.
See, and I think that could be a good point to kind of maybe break down the rest of the bloodline. Like now that he doesn't have that title, now you got Solo and Jimmy kind of questioning his leadership. And that could be a way to, I guess, get rid of them. So now Roman's pretty much on that island alone. And now, that's where he faces The Rock for the whole title of the head of the table.
I think at that point it should be Jey Uso versus The Rock then, because Jey Uso has the main title. The biggest title in the whole company.
That makes no sense whatsoever. They literally have no. It doesn't. It's the bloodline. The bloodline. The head of the bloodline. The head of the table. No, bro. He's literally proclaimed himself as the best in his family. That is the issue that Rock is having.
Why would we care about him being the best in his family?
Oh my god!
When he said the head of the table, I'm thinking the head of the WWE universe.
It's like,
I'm the head of all of this.
Man, bro, all right, bro.
I do appreciate that Bryan should be getting a job with AEW tomorrow because I love how crazily he can fantasy book this stuff for Cody Rhodes in his head. I think
it's not crazy.
AEW creative, exactly. But AEW creative needs you. They need you to be able to book these scenarios because unfortunately, it's not going to come to fruition here. But I would love to see your booking come to fruition because it sounded awesome. The storytelling's beautiful. AEW needs you on their booking committee because I loved your fantasy book.
They don't need him on the booking committee because he's going to be in there.
It's just not going to happen.
Brian's going to be putting together some bad matches because if in your company you would put Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns as your main event when The Rock is on hand.
The Rock is still there, bro. The Rock is still there. And there's not a build. There's no build to this match. There has been no build.
Need the build. Oh. You know what the build is? The Rock.
That's it.
You can do build all year with Cody Rhodes, but when The Rock shows up, all of that goes out the window.
I'll be back to this podcast on April 7th. Can't wait.
A richer man.
We already saw Cody Rhodes last year at WrestleMania.
And we say he got cheated. That's the whole point of him trying to finish his story. He got cheated.
Well, he should have kicked out anyway. The Rock would have kicked out.
So
we have to see a new match, and that is
so basically to y'all, to this product, now we got to see Roman Reigns for a 5th year as champion.
Hey, let's go with it. I don't care.
That's good.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's not what everybody wants, but if they're aiming for breaking Hogan's record, then
I don't think they're aiming to break his record. They got Hulk Hogan everywhere, bro. Oh man,
that could be a swerve.
And it's a good point. With Hogan on the cover of the new video game, they might not.
Yeah, listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, CM Punk is gonna be at the Chamber. If Cody Rhodes wins the Rumble this weekend to put everybody at ease, I can't wait to see y'all reactions.
Cody Rhodes wins. That's
The Rock was going to be facing Roman at the Chamber last week.
What happened?
Last week you said The Rock was going to be facing Roman at the Chamber.
That's what everybody was saying, or in terms of reports. That's what was being reported.
That was being reported, right? But it's not happening. Okay. So if it's not happening at the Chamber, when do you do The Rock versus Roman Reigns? The only spot 41. Is night 2 at WrestleMania. Dave Meltzer already confirmed it.
41.
Dave Meltzer, that's another thing, bro. I don't care if Dave Meltzer is watching this. No, bro, you are not reputable no more, bro. And you know this. No, he is not him no more. He is not him no more, bro.
If I hear
you tripping. You just ain't been keeping up. You want to believe what you want to believe, bro.
Hey, man,
it makes sense when you say Dale Meltzer.
No, I'm just believing in Cody's story, bro. And it's going to happen.
You're believing in
what and it will happen.
Hey,
yeah, it's gonna happen, but not at WrestleMania, my boy.
So if he wins the Rumble, this weekend, what are you guys saying this Tuesday?
Who's gonna win?
That he's going for Rollins.
That title's gonna be vacated. That title's gonna be vacated, right? So
what are you talking about? He literally said he's coming to Mania.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
I can't with y'all, bro. Y'all spin everything and take y'all narrative.
You're doing. You're doing the exact same thing.
How am I spinning the narrative? You're just saying that Rollins is not going to vacate.
What date is WrestleMania?
He was going to be at Mania.
WrestleMania? What date is WrestleMania?
April 7th, bro.
April 7th?
Mm-hmm. April 6th and 7th. April 6th and 7th.
6th and 7th? All right. So you're going to finish the story on April 7th. In WWE 2K24 in the new Finish the Story mode. He is going to finish his story, and you guys can too. And you can check it out on Off the Top and all our individual channels. Finish your story. Coming soon.
That's the only place you're going to finish that story with Cody Rhodes in 2024.
Can't wait.
Because it ain't happening at WrestleMania. Well, it might happen at SummerSlam or maybe Survivor Series, but not Mania.
I can't wait.
Ryan,
but I think we're pretty clear across the board. Everybody believes.
It's just a fact of life.
That's fine, bro. I'm going to show y'all all the facts of life. I'm going to come in here, and we're going to have a literal 2-hour stream of me just talking mad crap to all these guys, bro. It's going to be 2 hours. It's going to be great.
Cody Rhodes didn't finish the story.
I feel you as a Rob Van Dam fan in the early 2000s.
You can't compare Rob Van Dam to Cody Rhodes, bro. Ain't nobody care about Rob Van Dam. Get him up out of here, man. Ain't nobody care about him, man. Cody Rhodes is better.
RVD back then was getting way louder chance.
They don't strap the title on high flyers, man. I ain't worried about him.
Back in 2001, 2, and 3, Bo. Oh, that invasion storyline was. He was smoking hot. Whoa, he should have beat Steve Austin and Kurt Angle in that triple threat. I still say it to this day.
Yeah, history repeating itself, man. Maybe it'll be a triple threat and Cody will lose, just like Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, there you go. Cody Rhodes, and would you be happy to see Cody Rhodes take the pin from Roman in the match with The Rock? Right? Like it'll be a triple threat. Would you be happy with the triple threat?
Please.
I don't need a triple threat. The Rock and Roman deserve their own spectacle. That's Mania. I've always agreed with that. They deserve their own match. I don't need to see no triple threat match. They deserve that.
You're gonna get Cody Rhodes
versus
Cody Rhodes, CM Punk night 1 for the world title. and you can call that.
Where are you
finishing
getting
the
this
story.
from? Where are you getting this from?
Did
Sources
you
say-
Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. Let's do it. That's what the promo was set for.
Yeah, exactly.
The
That's
promo was set
exactly what
for
that
who's
promo
gonna be
was
the
for.
one to finish.
That's
the
what
They
they're
did the
building
face
up.
off. Hold on, that's a good point. They did the face off. They never did the face off with everything else. Like they literally did the face off for
Yep,
a
that's the
minute.
face.
Yeah, they've done the
Exactly.
face off because they both have an objective. They both want to finish
No,
something.
because they need a backup
Ah,
plan
that's
in
good.
place.
You know what? I
If
think
Rollins
CM
can't
Punk wins
wrestle,
the title, and Cody Rhodes goes to face him at WrestleMania
Rollins
night
is
one.
gonna
Exactly.
wrestle. That injury takes 6 to
That's what
7
they're building
weeks.
to.
He's already promoted to be at another Raw show before Mania. I'm not
That's
worried about
But
Rollins.
That's
CM Punk said straight up, like somebody comes to steal your spot, and that's me.
Yes,
Yeah.
because he's winning
planted the
because
seed.
he's trying to win the Rumble. So is Cody.
Wow, he planted the seed.
Backup plan, like
Planted the
Dubbs said.
seed for the Rumble.
So maybe maybe Seth Rollins is not going to be healthy, and they're building up night one.
Building
before
Seth
they go
would
to
not-
CM
Seth
Punk.
would not come out-
just in case.
And they
Seth would
talked
not
to Cody
come out.
Rhodes and said, listen, you won't get Roman this year, but don't worry, you're going to finish the story.
Seth
We're
would
gonna
not
give
come
you
out
the
and
beat
say
CM
that.
Punk.
Yeah.
Seth would not come out and
You
say
know.
that, and they wouldn't have Cody Rhodes beat Punk at WrestleMania. That wouldn't be good for
Yeah, they
Cody
will.
either. No,
They'll have it
Oh,
happen,
it's
though.
so
Why not? Yes, they
easily
will. I
done.
think they will.
You can do it like
think they
that.
will.
Punk is
I think
Punk
that's
is
what's
just
Just fought for him.
Punk is
Honestly,
just
if
as
he's not
over.
getting Roman Reigns, give him CM Punk.
Punk is just as
Yeah.
over.
Yeah,
That's not the way you
exactly.
go.
Are you saying Punk and Cody Rhodes are on the same level right
We
now?
all- I mean, based on what the crowd was doing yesterday, it was a 50-50 split. You couldn't even hear what name they
Hey,
changed.
I disagree.
On-
That's
on
USA.
SmackDown, when they brought SmackDown here, both those shirts were being sold from Raw Superstars. You didn't see any other Raw Superstars being sold on SmackDown.
Cody is the
Cody
number
and
one
Punk.
merch seller.
I got both of them.
Cody's the
And
number
Drew
one merch
McIntyre's
seller.
promo
No, no.
against CM
He's
Punk was
not-
better
he's not
than Cody
number one.
Rhodes.
Our truth was number one with that shirt.
And Cody is still
Yeah, I agree.
carrying.
I
Cody's
agree.
been topping every week. I ain't
Did you
worried about
agree,
that.
Kero?
Yeah. Drew
Well, let's go
McIntyre
ahead
had
and
a
run
better
it
promo.
back. Drew McIntyre's promo against CM Punk was better than Cody Rhodes' promo against CM Punk.
All right.
What?
promo.
Can you argue that fact, Brian?
Bro,
I disagree.
bro, all right, bro.
I
Let's get
disagree.
out of here, bro. Cause y'all getting me mad, bro. Y'all just saying stuff to keep.
All right,
going,
y'all.
bro.
We beat Brian to death tonight. He's sad. He got to go in the
I
bed.
mean, bro,
Cry.
it's six.
Cody Rhodes was not
It's six of
finishing
y'all
the
versus
story.
one person. How can I beat that? Like,
What do you mean? Well, that tells you
It's
what
called an
you're seeing is
elimination
correct, right?
chamber. It's called an elimination chamber, and Roman's done it. So, I mean, maybe Cody hasn't yet, right? But Roman's done it.
Yeah, Cody won't this year. Maybe after Mania, but not at night 2. So shout out to
All right,
Cody
man.
Rhodes. Do we got anything else to add before we get out of here? Was there any questions in the chat we needed to get answered? Got some Dave Meltzer shots here. Shout out to Matt Batten.
Hell yeah. Respect everybody who joined us tonight.
Yeah, much
Yeah,
love.
thank y'all for coming through, man. We got 44 in the chat right now, 35 likes if y'all can before y'all get up out of here.
Yo,
Please
Goldie
drop
was
a like
all
on this video.
Goldie was all behind Bryan up until the RVD slander. And then you lost him. That's what I'm saying, brother. The whole effing
Oh
show,
no!
baby.
Don't delete that post, John Keegan. I just saw it. You said Cody is a terrible on the mic. I agree. Cody's not good on the mic, John. I agree with you. We're gonna let
I
that
don't think
live.
he's terrible. He's a good promo.
Yeah, he's not terrible, but he's not great.
I
He's mid on
enjoy
the mic.
Cody.
I'll say
I
that.
enjoy. I disagree, but that's okay. We're all entitled to our opinions. There's people we like and people we don't. I love both Cody and Punk. They're my two favorite wrestlers right now in
Stop
WWE.
being so animated and promo-y, like wrestling promo-y when he's doing his promos. Like Dolph Ziggler had that problem. I love Dolph Ziggler, but he was like too much of a wrestler promo.
I agree there, but in 3 hours of Raw, the two segments I look forward to most are Punk and Cody Rhodes. I want to see what they're doing. The rest of the show is kind of mid. So
Kind of mid. It's definitely mid.
yeah.
Yep.
just like
Yep.
AEW.
But y'all, we never talk about women's wrestling on here. Loaded,
not
what was your
disagreeing.
favorite women's match this week?
I didn't watch Raw, bro. I only seen
Oh
the
man, I'm sorry.
CM
I'm trying to
Punk
get
segment.
Loaded canceled, y'all.
Nah, I like some of the women there. Come on, I like Rhea Ripley.
All right, there we go. We got some
Rhea
progress.
Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill. She's not on TV yet, but
We'll,
hopefully,
that's a good,
hopefully
that's a
she
good
shows
one.
up at the Rumble.
There's a
So
Royal.
You think she
there's
shows
a
up
Royal
at the
Rumble.
Rumble, Loaded? What do you think?
That's our next video, man.
I don't
okay.
know. It's tough. I don't know. Is she ready by the Rumble?
That's
I
what
don't
we're
know.
doing
We
for
don't know
our
what's
next
going on.
video.
I don't think she needs
That's what
to
we're
be
doing
in
for
there.
our
if
next
she's not
video.
gonna
So
win
let's
it.
save that. Let's save that for
Be
the
a
next
surprise.
video.
We'll
So let's save it for the next video.
literally what we're
Anything we
doing
got
right after
before we get
this.
up out of here.
We'll be doing predictions, so stay tuned.
Yes, predictions coming up. Kero will be streaming Royal Rumble on
UK
Saturday.
simulation also. We're cooking. We're cooking.
We're
Stay
cooking.
tuned.
We got some stuff coming. Jay, We appreciate you being in here with us. If y'all don't know, we just recently did a giveaway. Jay was one of the winners. And I saw Sammy Bear in the chat calling me a hater. And he was the other winner. Come on, Sammy
wow.
Bear. What are we doing?
Let's get to
I
that.
appreciate y'all for having me, man. This was fun. It was a lot of fun, bro. I would love to come back, man. I
Sure,
love the
man.
way y'all do
Hopefully-
things
Absolutely,
here, bro.
absolutely.
Yeah, hopefully we
It is
didn't keep
like-
you too long.
No, man. Hey, I ain't worried about it because as soon as I leave here, I'm finna go to work anyway. So it's all.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna get up out of here so we can get you
Okay.
ready for work. But thank you for coming, man. We really do appreciate
Really
it.
appreciate it.
We're
Man.
gonna let Bryan take us out tonight.
All right, bro. Even though y'all got me heated right now, bro. I got smoke coming out my head. I still rock with y'all, bro. Y'all know what I'm saying? It's all love after this debate, bro.
Oh,
But
man, that's
goddamn,
all
y'all
love.
got me
Of
mad,
course,
bro.
of course, of course.
But listen, y'all make sure to like.
You know, I love you to death, Bryan. It's all love, man. It's just for the show.
But yeah, man. But listen, y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, man. If y'all did enjoy this podcast, make sure to come here next week and stay tuned to everybody's channel because everybody's grinding, posting every day, doing their thing, man. Kenny, you got to say something?
Yeah, I saw a question in the chat. Alex777 says, "Where are you guys streaming the Royal Rumble at?" Kero, can you go ahead?
Right
and get the
here,
question?
right on this channel off the top. We'll probably do like a scheduled stream so you can like press the notification button and you'll know. So yeah, when Royal Rumble starts, we'll probably be on 30 minutes before that. I'll be there. Clint will be there. Maybe a couple of other people from the gang will be there. We'll see. But yeah, we're doing it, man. We're doing it.
And shout out to the. I want to give a shout out to the chats. We have 35 people still watching right now, and we have 38 likes in the chat. So thank you guys for giving us a like. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, all that fun. We appreciate y'all.
For sure.
All right, thanks for that, Mr. Dubbs. Dave Langer.
Good
I'm not
job.
the AEW hater. You know, we try to protect it as best as we can, me and Mr. Dubbs, but sometimes we get washed. But thank y'all for tuning into this podcast. It was definitely a fun one. I can't wait to come back next week so we can get on Bryan after The Rock comes out and wins the Royal Rumble.
Oh,
Off the
brother.
top, we out the building.
See ya.